Ed, you're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
Is your furnace old and inefficient? Does your furnace have a problem every heating season? Are you worried it will quit working in the middle of the night? If you answer yes to any of these questions, call Griffin HVAC for a free estimate to upgrade to a high-efficiency furnace.
When it comes to your home's comfort, it's important to have a heating and cooling company you can rely on. I'm Doug Ingersoll, owner of Griffin HVAC, and we are that company you can trust.
Call today, 309-676-0808, or go to griffinheatingcooling.com to book online.
I'm Ryan Kinnear. Riverside Chevrolet is Peoria's home for employee pricing. Every employee and every customer gets the same deal. We would like to thank the Peoria area for making us one of the fastest growing Chevy dealers in Central Illinois. And right now, you can save $10,000 on a brand new Chevy Colorado. It's just a short drive to get the best price on a new Chevy. Get to Riverside Chevrolet in Chillicothe and save big with Riverside's employee pricing program.
The best is Riverside.
A proud sponsor of Bradley basketball. Together, let's drive at riverchevy.com.
Teamwork makes the dream work, and the Prairie Home Alliance team is ready to work for you. Kick up your curb appeal with roofing, siding, windows, sunrooms, and more from Peoria Siding and Window. Take the risk out of rainy days with gutter helmet and B-Dry basement waterproofing. Update that outdated kitchen for less time, mess, and money with Woodfront Kitchens. And give your bathroom the best in beauty and function with custom bath solutions. Share your home improvement dream today, and our team will make it work. Call us, click on prairiehomealliance.com, or visit the showroom on Route 24 in Washington.
Dribble, pass, and shoot from Learfield. This is Bradley Men's Basketball on 1470 and 100.3 WMBD.
Welcome back, everybody, to Braves Insight and the Scouting Report on today's game against George Mason, and associate coach, the one and only Jimmy Foster, is with us. They've got some size.
No, they are extremely tall in a lot of their positions. I mean, starting out with Braden O'Connor, he's 6'4", and then 6'8" and 6'5" at the two guard. So and they got some girth with the big fella down there, Haynes. So we got to do a good job of just blocking out, being up early in gaps, taking those driving lanes away.
Yeah, they out-rebound their opponent by 6, so, but it's not as much as the other night, because that team, that's all they did was throw it up and go get it.
No, I mean, that team right there, it was just they play a unique style against them guys, and they was able to do what they need to do to handle business right away. So, when we get prepared, we watch a lot of games that they played in the league, and when they lost to VCU, that was a slug it out fight. And then the last game that they lost in conference was Duquesne, and Duquesne did some things that was similar to what we do. But one thing we got to do is make sure we're confident on the offensive end and be able to let that thing go when we get a chance. We got open shots, we got to be able to fire them up
and get off to a good start, just like you did the other night.
That's always the key. Start the first half and second half. You want to be able to start off the right way. Then you also want to end the first half in the right way, because that carries on your momentum to the second half. So, we got to come out. We got to do a good job of just, handling pressure. But on the other side of defensive side, we got to make sure we do a good job of just, keeping them out the paint as much as possible. They got to have contested shots, but also too, it's always going to be a key is transition D and defensive rebounding.
Boy, they're in that portal. TT, transfer, junior college, transfer. No, we've been lucky. We haven't had an opportunity to be so much involved in the portal, but nowadays I think that's kind of going how rosters are formulated nowadays. And so, as you see this group of seniors move on to their next pass, you probably will see a little bit more of some portals for sprinkling in with some high school guys. Mm-hmm. Mr. Jalen Hayes hasn't missed many breakfasts.
No, he's a big kid. He's a big kid with a big-time motor, and he's a live wire down there in the paint. So he's not afraid to put his body on you, move around, and draw fouls. He does a great job of drawing fouls. His usage rate is top 15 in the country. So we got to make sure we just, Big Matt is going to have to wall up. It's very similar to playing against the Walker kid from Illinois State. So play low, keep our hands high, and don't foul.
Mm-hmm. And keep them off the free throw. And that's 71%. But these teams, once they start making them, they make them all. It seems like it's very very strange the way that happens, but you see it all the time.
Well, that's one of the keys is play physical without fouling. And one thing they do is a quarter of their offense is points off the free throw line. Again, that's because of they are so big, they are so long. They will get fouled because of they're driving some gaps at their size. That's why we got to be able to keep them out the paint as much as possible. So again, you keep them out the paint, they won't get inside out threes, and then if we don't foul, they want to get an extra 25% of their scoring from the foul line as well.
Thank you, Jimmy. Good luck today.
Thank you, Dave.
All right. Associate Coach Jimmy Foster with a scouting report on the Patriots. Second game between the two. Actually, DB was part of the first game a long time ago in Estero, Florida. So we'll see if we can even up that series today. We'll talk to Coach Wardle in a few minutes. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
We all know the importance of nutrition and diets for a healthy lifestyle. We also know that dairy foods provide a great nutrition and value. And that's reason enough why Bradley families choose locally produced Prairie Farms dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cottage cheese. These award-winning dairy products from Prairie Farms are packed with protein and perfect for meals, snacking, or as part of your favorite recipes. Visit prairiefarms.com for delicious recipes, coupons, and enter for your chance to win dairy prize packages. Support your local dairy farmers. And remember to drink local with Prairie Farms.
Welcome to the Playground Showdown. On today's field, we have Mom versus her pint-sized powerhouse Timmy. Mom takes off like a blur, and looks like she's hurt her foot, and is now showing us an impromptu dance.
Whether your game is on the basketball court or the playground, get back to it with world-class orthopedic care. Brought to you by OSF Healthcare and Great Plains Orthopedics, official sports medicine providers for Bradley Athletics. Find care now at osfhealthcare.org/orthocare.
Want to retire before you expire? Call Peoria Todd to chart your path. That's me, Todd Raber with KB Elliott Financial Advisors, a licensed investment advisor. There's been a lot going on in the stock market and the money market, so now's the time to come in and review your investments for missed opportunities. My office in downtown Peoria makes for a comfortable place to meet and greet. Heck, we even have parking right outside our front door. Call now for your no-obligation free consultation at 495-9000 or visit PeoriaTodd.com.
Every pass, every play, and every second. Previewed on the Riverside Chevrolet Braves Plus pregame show on 1470 and 100.3 WMBD.
Welcome back, everybody, with Brian Wardle before this afternoon's game against George Mason. Big physical team. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Washington State from the beginning of the year. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it's a good comparison in their age. They're the second oldest team in the country, behind Auburn. So they're older than a lot of NBA starting lineups. They're big. They're long. They got good shooters. They're a really good team. Really, they're an NCAA tournament team. They could be winning games right now in the NCAA tournament. They're very impressive on film. They're a lot like us. They've won a lot of games. Finished, unfortunately, a game behind in league play and lost in the championship tournament title game like we did. So a lot of similarities, but they are big and old, much older than us, and they're really big at the guard spot.
6'8", 265. East Tennessee State, they've done a little portal stuff.
Yeah, and I think 13 and 11 is really, what makes them go. They're big man, and so they're going to really pound the ball inside. 13's a very talented player, and then they got good guard play with O'Connor at the 4 and Zero Johnson coming off the bench. So very good team. Coach does a good job, and we're going to have to play well to win.
And this is a quick turnaround, but you've done this before, and that's what tournament play is all about. That the teams that played in the tournament wound up having pretty good seasons.
Yeah, and you want that this time of year, middle of March. It's a long season, long grind. You don't want to practice. The guys don't want to practice a whole lot right now. Right. We practiced about 60, 70 minutes. Went hard. Went over what we want to do, how we want to execute, how we want to guard them, and guys did a good job. And now it's about getting out on that court and executing things we've been doing all year.
And real mental toughness here.
Oh, it is. And it's taking care of the ball on offense and playing good D and blocking out on defense. And our whole philosophy, our program is unselfish, and it's about playing for each other on offense and protecting each other on defense. Team, and we got to be the better team on Saturday.
28 wins if you get this one today, and you use all of those things, the good, the bad, to get better every day, and that's what it's all about now. Not a lot of teams are left.
No, not a lot of teams are playing, come Saturday. We're one of them, so let's see if we can keep this thing going. The guys are having fun. They want to keep competing. They want to keep winning. And it's going to take a great team effort to do that because George Mason, I think, is in the same boat, and they're a very good team just like we are. So it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see how we play.
Good luck today.
Thanks, Dave.
All right. That's Brian Wardle as the Braves get ready to take on George Mason. Chad Klein joins me shortly for the play-by-play. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
Use your tax refund to buy a new furnace from Stat Service. New gas furnace air conditioning combos start at just $84.95. Get your free estimate today. 10-year parts, 5-year labor warranty is included. Stat's expert technicians will give you a detailed assessment and help you determine which system is best for you. Stat Service, the most trusted name in Central Illinois heating and cooling for 60 years. The right people, the right price. Get your free estimate today and get a bonus worth $188. Go to statsservice.com.
The mania has already begun at Mike Miller Kia. Every deal is a slam dunk. Soar! Save on all brand new 2025 Kias, including Tellurides, Souls, K4s, Sorrentos, and more. Interest rates are down, trade values are up, and savings are big all month long. Score big at Mike Miller Kia on Pioneer Parkway in Peoria or online at MikeMillerKia.com.
It's a Mike Miller Minute.
Hi, this is Gary Uftring, and I want to buy your car or truck. That's right, turn your car into cash. Because right now, your vehicle is worth more than ever before. And we'll write you a check today. For a fast, free appraisal, visit any Uftring Auto Group dealer.
When divorce and custody matter, contact Central Illinois' leading divorce and custody attorney, G. Edward Murphy, at murphy-dunn.net. Their legal experience and teams of attorneys are here for you. Contact G. Edward Murphy at murphy-dunn.net.
Bringing you everything you'd need to know before game time. It's the Riverside Chevrolet Braves Plus pregame show.
And good afternoon, everybody, from the Round Eagle Bank Arena in Fairfax, Virginia. This is Bradley Braves basketball. This is Dave Snell along with Chad Klein, set to bring you the play-by-play of round number 2 of the NIT. Bradley with a record of 27-8. They finished 15-5, 2 games behind Drake, who's still playing in the NCAA tournament, taking on the Patriots of the Atlantic 10 and George Mason. They are 27-8, and they finished 15-3 in their league. This broadcast is coming to you from my old home at WMBD in the studio where I worked with John Williams and Dan DiOrio and did morning sports for a short period of time. And this is like a home game for me. And it's a different look, and you will have a little bit different call from the games today. We won't be able to tell you the substitutes as quickly as we do because we're looking at one dimension today. But we still got basketball, and they have really set us up well with all of the sound effects, and we've got monitors everywhere. It's like we're at ESPN itself, Chad Klein, and we look forward to this game today.
Absolutely. After the win that we had at home, you just want to get on to that next game, and we're able to do that today. It's one of those things where you got to take your game on the road. This will be a difficult task for Bradley today on the road because this is a big and physical team in George Mason. Haynes is the guy you got to watch out for. He is a big kid, and he moves well for his size. He will stick out like a sore thumb as soon as the game starts.
He's a big lad. And this is similar. We talked to Coach Wardle a few minutes ago. Washington State had larger players, but they weren't this big. These guys, they double dip and triple dip in buffets. So they put it together, and they are a very, very physical team. That's something that Bradley's going to have to deal with today. Going to have to try to get off to a good start and not turn over the ball. Don't give them free passes to have the ball more because of the turnovers. It's the second meeting between the two, Braves and the Patriots of George Mason. The first was at the Gulf Coast Showcase in Estero, Florida. It was on November the 23rd. In 2016, it was won by George Mason 77-66. The Braves with 15 assists, or 15 points rather, and 4 assists from now development director and video coordinator Darryl Brown Jr. So DB has a lot of memories of this team. It was early in his career. In fact, I remember going to a sporting goods store and meeting his parents for the first time at that outlet mall that is
across the lake.
Across the lake, yes. Was there often, and I remember that Sam Maniscalco and his family bought so much stuff they had to buy another suitcase to take it to Chicago. So there were a lot of memories there. Speaking of memories, remember Antoine Pittman? He had a season-best 12 points, and Callum Barker, the Australian, in I think his second and final year, had 8 points and 6 boards. The Patriots had a 14-point run in the second half to separate the two teams. Bradley is now 27-20 in all of the NIT games. That's a lot. And today's game, of course, is their 48th. They won last season over Loyola at Carver Arena, only to lose in the second round at Cincinnati. And I remember we had to carry our equipment down these steps and go like into a tornado shelter to get in.
They had a whole bunch of construction going on. We had to walk across campus to even get to the facility.
And so I felt stronger after that whole thing than I have in a long time. I had an elevator to get up today, so that's a good thing. So, nevertheless, the first game won by the Braves. They got off to that great start against North Alabama at Carver Arena on Wednesday night, and then kind of hit a little bit of a skid, and they got within 4. But big plays, especially with one of the biggest plays in the game, was by Connor Dillon.
Yeah, he just missed a couple free throws at the other end and comes down when really the tide could have changed. It was already in the favor of North Alabama, but he makes a steal, and that really kind of changed the game.
George Mason beat Samford 86-69 here at their arena, and so this is their second home game. One game has already been played in the NIT this afternoon, and it was in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and the Mocs beat the Dayton Flyers 87-72. Home games are really, really important in this tournament. All right, now it's time for the keys to the game, brought to you by your Peoria area Toyota dealers. Offensively, never go down by 10. And that's with Drake, that's like 20. Here, it'd be hard to come back against this team as physical and big as they are. Darius Hannah against the big man, Jalen Haynes. How big is he, you say? 6'8", 265.
Moves very light on his feet, though, for his size.
And so that will be a matchup to watch. You have the rather thin big man in Darius Hannah and a very big 5-man in Haynes. And hold them, get more than 12 free throws on the road. That is very important because usually you have different whistles in this game.
Well, the team that wins the free throw battle oftentimes wins the game.
Well, Cody says he's looking for the NIT rep to get the officials for tonight's game. Defensively, less than 7 made threes. O'Connor and Maddox, less than 18 total points, and force 13 turnovers. The magic number, and those are the keys to the game, brought to you by your Peoria area Toyota dealers. Magic number, brought to you by Club Car Wash, a proud supporter of Bradley Athletics. That hasn't failed in 83 games. The Braves are heading to the sideline. They've already played the national anthem here. The magic number today is the first team to 69 should win this game. You know what? I can't remember the last time a game was in the 60s. Because they've been like 75, 73, and the teams are going to introduce the starting lineups here very shortly. Let's pause for station identification. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
1470 and 100.3 WMBD and 93.3 WPBG HD4 Peoria.
One change in the starting lineup for Brian Wardle, and that is that Darius Hannah is back in the lineup. Remember, he missed a couple of days of practice. He's there, and Tim Vandernapp, who played terrific with 8 points against North Alabama, will come off the bench. Duke Dean, now the all-time three-point shooter for the Braves. He will start, of course, at the point. 6'8", 160, senior from Shreveport, Louisiana, and Troy, who lost last night in the NCAA, his old school. 13.6 points, 3.3 rebounds, assisted turnovers is 130 and 60. And that career high, they're already taking down the nets.
Well, it looks like they had a net malfunction, so they're changing the nets for us. Hopefully this will be a short little delay.
As they call it, the NE. Well, actually, it wouldn't be NE. Malfunction.
Oh, yeah.
NM. Darian Birch will score, hopefully, in double figures today. He averages 5.4, but he's very, very capable. 6'4", 175 from Louisville, Kentucky, 12 minutes a game. And he had 13 points 3 times this year. Evansville, at Indiana State, and Northern Iowa, all on the road. Meta Jonovic will start in the middle, of course, 7'1", 255 sophomore from Serbia. He's been scoring the first points for the Braves, it seems like, in the last 6 games. They try to get the ball to him early, and that'd be nice if he could get a three-point play and get the big guy with a foul early. 5.5 points, 4.5 rebounds. His free throw percentage is 48 of 65, and that's quite a bit better than last season. His assisted turnover is 28 and 38. Christian Davis was terrific the other night. The Denver, Colorado senior, 6'7", the senior from Denver, Colorado, 9.7 points, 5.2 rebounds. From 3, he is 44 of 102. He has 28 blocks for the Braves, 70% free thrower, and Christian Davis makes the start, and he has started in every game this year. And Darius Hannah, 6'9", 205, senior from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 12.7 points, 5.9 rebounds a game. And he is 79% for the line. I know he would like to be 70% for the year, and maybe he can get that done today. He has 32 blocks to lead the team, and his career high came at Valparaiso this year at 22. Hannah, Davis, Jonovic, Birch, and Duke Dean. Brian Wardle, in his 10th year, is now 187 and 151 overall in his 15 years with Green Bay. Is 277 and 212 with the associate coaches Mike Bargan and Jimmy Foster. The assistant coaches are Mike Black and Pat Altoff. Director of basketball operations is Gavin Block. Darryl Brown, we mentioned him earlier, is the development director of the team, and Tyler Krogh is the trainer. Eddie Pappas is strength coach, and those are the Bradley Braves. Tony Skinn is the head coach of the Patriots. He's in his second season. He's 46 and 20, so that's pretty good. Former player, right?
Former player for the Patriots, yes.
Associate coach is Steve Curran. Assistant coaches is Louis Hignett and Serge Clement. What a great name, Serge. And those are the two teams. George Mason is 27 and 8. And they were 15 and 3 for the conference season, and they just missed going to the NCAA as VCU beat them in a championship game that was very competitive. Horn sounds, and we're ready for the announcement of the starting lineups.
Actually, already had those. Let's go play some basketball.
George Mason with Brandon O'Connor. He's 6'4", junior from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, and a transfer from Massachusetts Lowell. The transfers are all over the place here. 9.3 points, 2.8 rebounds a game, and Darius Maddox is the two guard, 6'5", 185, senior from Bowie, Maryland, not far from here, and a transfer from Virginia Tech. Jalen Hayes, he averages 13.8, by the way, so their two guard is about the same amount as Duke Dean. Their big guy is Jalen Hayes, 6'8", 265, senior from Fort Lauderdale, transfer from East Tennessee State. Woody Newton had been starting, but he's got a bad knee, so Jared Phillips moves into the lineup. He is 6'4", 185, senior from Waldorf, Maryland, averages 5.2. And Zach Anderson is the other forward. He is 6'7", from Florida and Florida Gulf Coast. Ball's in the air, and it's tipped, and it's picked up. And what do we have here? We're going to throw it up again.
I think it was a bad tip. Bad toss.
And it's back tip.
He's like, I'm done with this. I only have enough for one.
Temeta and the Braves have the first possession. Duke Dean pass at the high post, just to the right of straightaway. Gives to Christian Davis, sees where it goes. The pass is to Christian and thrown away by the Braves as Birch tried to hit Christian Davis.
Yeah, I think he actually had the pass. It was just too early. He tried to make a pass more to the corner versus waiting just another second, allowing Davis to get to the bucket. Had probably an open layup.
Oh, Brandon O'Connor with a basketball. First possession. The Braves turned it over at the first time. Now Billups as they reverse to the left. A ball screen. And with it is Anderson. Looks at a lob inside. They've got a man free. Layup is up and missed. Good position by Betta. Did he foul him?
He did. He was in good position until he slapped down. He gave him an angle, which was unfortunate. Tried to go for the steal on the pass.
So now we've got a foul and a turnover. And going to the free throw line is Jalen Hayes. How is he? 61%. He is a pizza candidate. 108 of 178, 61%, but he's got two free throws coming up here at 19:25. First free throw is up and rimming in. 1-0. So the points off turnovers could go to 2, and it was 19:25 to play. We're just underway in Fairfax at the Eagle Bank Arena. Number 2 free throw is up and pushed off. 50%. There you go. Rebound taken down by the Braves, and here comes Duke Dean with it across the timeline. Birch. Now Duke out near the timeline. Looked to get a ball screen and threw it away. Turnover number 2. Here's O'Connor. Lean-in shot blocked.
Nice block by Birch.
Now here's Duke Dean running. Terrific defensive play. Ball fake goes inside. Birch good as he leans in and fires it down.
Has been very good at that little runner shot all season long.
2-1 for the Braves. They turn it over, but get a stop. Here's O'Connor with it. He goes to the left. Duke Dean is on him, waiting for a ball screen. Doesn't make it, and the ball is kicked by Duke Dean. So it goes back to 20 on the shot clock, 18:44 to play. There's a beautiful block by Birch, so he got the block.
Really nice hustle play getting back on an active turnover. And then he obviously hits the big shot on the other end as well.
That's Birch's third block of the season. Now on the baseline, a ball fake and a whistle. The shot is up. No basket. It's on the floor.
I'm going to say on the floor. That's fortunate because Meta's hands were in there, so 2 quick fouls on Jonovic. Has got his hands right there in front. That should be 2 shots, but the official says on the floor, which I just don't understand. But
he made the shot, too. It could have been a 3-point play. So it's 2-1, 2 on Metas. He's got to come out, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that was the question. Corey Thomas is in the game for him. That was the big question. Is Metas in there, I think, matches up okay with Haynes. But now, who's the next guy? It's Corey Thomas to start.
And inside, laid up and in. They go right to Haynes.
Yeah, it's a size mismatch when Meta's out of the game.
Well, that's a bad break. So it's 3-2 George Mason. And going to the basket inside. Reverse layup is up and in. As it's scored by the Braves' Christian Davis, and it's 4-3 Bradley. We played almost 2 minutes. As Anderson gives to O'Connor. He's got red hair. With it on the right, free throw line extended. Maddox touches it for the first time.
Mismatch inside
Haynes,
with O'Connor.
As he's got Duke Dean. Squares up. Throws it back to the left. Looks left. Comes right. O'Connor with it. Shot clock He leads 4, now 3. Here's Haynes. Missed the shot. Rebound on the weak side taken down by Christian Davis. Braves with a 4-3 lead at 17:33 of the first half. Here's Duke Dean. Hasn't taken a shot yet. Here's the Corey Thomas for 3.
That's a big thing. Corey struggled at the Missouri Valley Conference. Didn't see much time in the first game, but to be able to knock down that first shot is huge.
Just to the right of straightaway. Bradley's lead is 4, 7-3. They got the rebound. Here's O'Connor with it. Duke Dean fights through a screen. And they glide back. O'Connor gives once again. Inside shot is up and good and fouled. And it's the big guy, Haynes. And with the mismatch in size, that's where they're going, and a chance for a three-point play.
Well, really good screen and roll there by George Mason. Corey Thomas tries to stop the pass, but then it's a switch down to a much smaller Demarion Birch, who gets stuck and picks up the foul.
And that's 3 team fouls for the Braves already, and sends Haynes to the free throw line. And he'll try to get within 1, 17:05 to play in the first half. Free throw is short, and Corey Thomas gets the rebound. So 2 missed free throws, and the Braves have a 2-point lead. Duke hasn't taken a shot yet. O'Connor is on him. He's across the timeline. They have the GM in the middle. Here's Duke. Looks for the 3. Throws it away, but he gets it back. Christian Davis. He's going baseline. He gets doubled. Kicks it back out and throws it away. Another turnover for the Braves, and here's O'Connor's layup good.
This is where George Mason is so good. Their defense and help side is very good.
And a travel going to be called?
If that's the case, that'll be 3 turnovers on Duke Dean early in the game.
O'Connor went down there to cause problems for him.
Well, basically on the outlet pass, Duke didn't think that they were going to be there, and O'Connor made a nice play, heads-up play, being in the back court and forcing a turnover, it looks like.
Turnovers and fouls here early for the Braves, and we're even at 7. And they show some pressure in the half court. The Braves do. Handoff is to Billups. Now O'Connor with it. He's between the rings, and Johnson is in on him. And here's a pull-up jumper. It's up and in. It's 9-7.
Yeah, when you make turnovers, it creates opportunities. It allows George Mason to start getting into a rhythm.
With it is Christian Davis. Free throw line extended on the right. Now, talked to you for the first time is Darius Hannah. Johnson with it. Jaquan, post pass. Goes around his man. Layup, tries to dunk it. Missed it, but foul.
Foul on Haynes. Good job by Darius Hannah taking the ball strong to the basket. Haynes tried to challenge. Hannah doesn't get the dunk, but he does get the 2 shots.
And he'll try to tie the game. 15:58 to play in the first half. George Mason 9 and Bradley 7. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
We all know the importance of nutrition and diets for a healthy lifestyle. We also know that dairy foods provide a great nutrition and value. And that's reason enough why Bradley families choose locally produced Prairie Farms dairy products, like milk, yogurt, and cottage cheese. These award-winning dairy products from Prairie Farms are packed with protein and perfect for meals, snacking, or as part of your favorite recipes. Visit prairiefarms.com for delicious recipes, coupons, and enter for your chance to win dairy prize packages. Support your local dairy farmers. And remember to drink local with Prairie Farms.
I'm Jim Arnold with Wayne Dalton Sales and Service. It was great seeing you at the Spring Home Show and saving you big bucks with our spring savings on new garage doors. Just an FYI, Wayne Dalton Sales and Service in Peoria is continuing our big spring savings through the end of March. Prices on new garage doors for your home or business won't be any lower for the rest of the year. It's only for a limited time, so call today.
Discover why Wayne Dalton is Central Illinois' trusted name in garage doors. Visit wayne-dalton.com/Peoria.
Bradley men's basketball starts soon. You're listening to the Riverside Chevrolet Braves Plus pregame show on 1470 and 100.3 WMBD.
This copyrighted broadcast, an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Bradley University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of Bradley University and Learfield. Well, We got 3 fouls, 3 turnovers.
4. And it's led to 5 points off turnover for George Mason. That's really how they got the lead. They're on a 6-0 run right now, mainly as a result of Bradley turning the ball over. Bradley handles the ball better, settles down, feels like they're going a little bit too fast at times here early in the game. Just need to kind of settle down, get into their rhythm, and they'll be fine.
Connor Dillon is checked in, the Notre Dame senior, transfer from Winona State. He had a brilliant game the other night with 8 rebounds and a big steal. And I think that's the only change in the lineup. Jaquan Johnson came in for Duke, who had some turnover issues. Didn't even take a shot. And Johnson's 5'10", the freshman from Milwaukee. 6.7 points, all freshman member, and 56 steals. That is a freshman record for the Bradley Braves.
Yeah, Duke has 2 early turnovers in this game. One was in the half court, and the other was on an out of bounds, basically as we're just trying to get it up the floor, just not being aware of his surroundings, allowing O'Connor to made a heads-up play in the back court, forcing a turnover.
In a couple of minutes, you're going to see the 4 NIT championship teams and a big shot of David Thurkill, who we saw at the Missouri Valley Conference tournament the other day. George Mason 9 and Bradley 7 with 15:58 to play in the first half. See what adjustments were made by the Braves. In the timeout, as Darius Hannah to the free throw line. We mentioned he wanted to get to 70% for his senior season.
It's a far away place from where he was.
And he missed the first one.
When he came in as a freshman, barely at 50%, and he's worked really hard on it.
So he missed the first, and one more. He'll try to cut the lead to 1. Flip that one up and swished it.
That stops the 6-0 run.
And it's 9-8. We'll check and see if there are any substitutions. Anderson inbounds to O'Connor. And they have still Maddox into the game, who hasn't taken a shot yet. Anderson with it. High post pass is to Haynes. Now in the corner is O'Connor. There's Haynes again. He's going to go against Thomas, who does a good job initially. Now he gets to the basket and flips it up and bounces it no
defense.
Good.
Really good defense.
And Thomas gets the rebound. It was. Well, the Braves try to get the lead here. Here's Johnson with it. Up high right. Look at the post pass. He's going to go down to the baseline. Give it to Thomas. There's a reverse through Hannah to Davis. And now Johnson has it again. Shot clock reads 10. Now 9. Waiting for a ball screen with 8. Now 7. Pulls up the jumper. 3-point shot. Get there. Missed it. Rebound short. And
out
it's taken down.
Thomas had a chance. Hannah had a chance. Neither of them could get a hold of it.
So the Braves missed the 3-point shot from Johnson. Now moving down on the baseline, trying to work against the smaller man, Johnson. Bounce pass, and there's a jumper fired by Maddox. Misses, and a rebound taken down by the Braves.
Coach Wardle's calling him to go. Wants to push the tempo here.
There's a skip pass. Now over to the right wing, taken down by Christian Davis. Thomas. Shot clock is down to 14, now 13. Ball fake by Hannah. There's a 3-point shot. Christian Davis missed the works. And a rebound taken down, and here come the Patriots with a 1-point lead. Here's O'Connor with it up high left. Thomas is on him, waiting for a Maddox ball screen, doesn't use it, and he's right there. Here's a jumper, Maddox good for 3.
He has a weird-looking shot, a little bit of a delay in his release, but he is effective with it from 3.
Braves have only got the free throw. Now they double on Thomas, in and out of the hands and picked up by Thomas. And there's a foul going in, and who gets this one?
Looks like that's on Billups. It
is Billups. His first. It's a second team foul. Bradley has 3 team fouls. 13:55 to play first half. George Mason with a 12-8 lead.
Haynes comes out of the game to get a blow.
Keep him down there about 5 or 6 more minutes.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Inbound baseline right. Birch is back into the game. The count is 2. The count is 3. And there's Thomas, who has a field goal in this game. There's Birch with it. He's going to go downhill. Gives it to Thomas. Fakes, goes up, lays it up, misses it. But
gets fouled by Emma Giroux.
Do they call it on the floor?
I'm not sure.
Or is this going to be a shooting foul? Giovanni Emajuru. He's a transfer from Siena, 6'4",
2 shots.
It'll be 2 shots coming up. Braves are 1 of 2 from the line. Corey's free throw misses. And he'll try one more. Braves are 1 of 3 from the free throw line.
Meta set to come in here. You see him on the sideline.
Second free throw pushed in. So the Braves shoot 2 for 4 in the free throws. Meta comes in with 2 fouls. And Thomas is out. 12-9, 13:45 to play in the first half. And bringing it across the timeline is Katie Johnson. We saw him with Auburn before. They run around the perimeter. O'Connor with it is Billups. And into the game, and the shot, and it defensively a terrific play by Timo, who came in. Vandernat, and Duke Dean is back in. 12-9. Duke out near the timeline, gives to Birch. Put it on the floor with the left hand. Now goes to the baseline on the left and bring it back. Now he goes back to the baseline. Gives it to Timo. Vandernat. Ball is thrown away and it's out of bounds. It'll go to.
Yeah, Maddox jumped the passing lane there, but it went out of bounds.
The Braves will inbound sideline right.
Yeah, you can see George Mason likes to switch just about everything screen-wise. They don't have a problem putting their bigs on guards. They have good enough help side defense. They're comfortable in that rotation.
And Johnson, here's a jumper for the Braves, no good.
Yep,
Meta, loose ball, can't get it. And the Braves are struggling from the field now. And here's O'Connor with it across the timeline. 12:46 to play in the first half. 12-9, George Mason with a 3-point lead. With it on the dribble, and now high post pass is to Emajuri, who pulls up a jumper. Maddox is up, no good. Rebound, Meta has it go off his hand out of bounds.
Trying to box out Emajuru, but doesn't secure the rebound, gives him another opportunity.
And Christian Davis comes back for the Braves. So it'll be inbounded. Baseline left. And look for the inbound. It's a new 20. O'Connor with it. Goes to the left. High post passes Anderson. Almost walked with it. His 3-point shot is up and rimming, no good. Rebound taken out Christian Davis. Let's get a basket here. With it is Birch. Free throws line is centered to the right. Goes all the way down. Stops. Drop down to Duke Dean 3. Bounce it, no good. Meta the rebound, but
gotta have that.
Got it. Just
had
not
position,
strong enough.
Had position, but Emajuru out-jumped him.
Driving down all the way. Layup is up and bounced in.
That's Katie Johnson.
And it's 14-9, a 5-point lead. The Braves are not shooting it very well. Here's Duke Dean with it. Gives to Christian Davis a 3. Bounce it, no good.
It's 2 corner
Rebound
threes in a
knocked
row.
away. Good play by Meta to keep it alive. And Christian Davis goes to the wing on the left. Now Duke Dean waiting for a ball screen. Doesn't use it. Now top of the key. They reverse it left. Here's Meta. Inside, hits the rim.
Not sure what Birch was looking at there. That just was not open. Hits the rim with the pass.
And here's the ball thrown away. A turnover, and that's a break.
Equally bad pass there by Katie Johnson.
The Braves didn't do much with that 4 minutes. 14-9. Bradley has the ball, and George Mason has the lead. Back in a minute as Katie Johnson gets the goal. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
You work hard every day to build and maintain your business. Envision Insurance Group and Auto Owners Insurance work with businesses to protect today, tomorrow, and into the future as your insurance needs change. Envision Insurance Group and Auto Owners Insurance help you gain peace of mind so you can focus on growing your business. Call me, Chad Klein of Envision Insurance Group at 683-1100 to discuss your business insurance needs.
Club Car Wash, skying high for the Slam. Club Car Wash should be in your starting 5 on game day, with 4 locations in Peoria. Visit clubcarwash.com to find one near you. Proud sponsor of Bradley Athletics.
Join the club.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter?
Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
The Avanti's Family Meal Deal is a great option any night. For only $29.19, you'll receive your choice of unfilled pasta and sauce, whole gondola, garlic bread, and a salad. In Peoria, North Peoria, East Peoria, and Pekin, Avanti's now offering DoorDash delivery.
It's time for Bradley Men's Basketball on 1470 and 100.3 WMBD. Presented by Learfield.
Bradley Braves Basketball brought to you by Bob Lindsay Rental Cars on Pioneer Parkway in Peoria. When Chad Klein and I hit the road with the Braves, as we have all year, we drive in style, we drive in comfort, we drive safe, we drive long, we drive short, and you should too. If you're going on vacation for a weekend in St. Louis, Chicago, Des Moines, Indianapolis, maybe for the championship game of this tournament, get a Bob Lindsay Honda rental car. We love driving, and we drive very safely, never to be stopped by any officer.
Okay, there you go. Your public service announcement along with it. Thanks, Dave.
I always try to do that. I love the people at Bob Lindsay Honda. They've been very, very good to us. What hasn't been good to the Braves is shooting from the field thus far.
Bradley only 3 of 8 from the field, 38%. 1 of 5 from three-point range, 20%. George Mason, 6 of 13, 46%, and 1 of 4 from three-point range, 25%. The issue is opportunities. George Mason has 13 shots compared to Bradley's 8. Some of that is a result of Bradley's 5 turnovers.
5 turnovers, not good. Christian Davis, Birch on the floor along with
Darius Hannah.
Darius Hannah comes back, and the Braves will inbound. Sideline right, I believe.
Bradley scored.
11:23 to play, 14-9. Braves need to score here.
George Mason on an 11-2 run over the last 6 minutes.
And here's Duke with it across the timeline. He's picked up by the big guy Johnson. He's got about 35 pounds on him. High post is Thomas, who's back into the game. Sets a screen. They switch everything, don't they?
They like to switch a lot, yes.
With it is Burt. Shot clock read 9. Now 8. There's Duke's 3. Bounce it, no good. And the rebound taken down by Anderson.
Not a good rhythm 3 there. That's why Bradley's not shooting well from the outside. Not very good shots that have been taken. The opportunities are there, but they're just not open right
Johnson now. With it against Duke Dean. Shot clock read 16. 10:43 to play in the first half. The Braves are stuck on a number at 9. He waves them away. Here's Johnson with it. 8-7 on the shot clock. Now 6. Are they going to post? Yep. Now with 5. Now with 4. Now with 3. Tough shot is up and bounced. No good. Rebound on the weak side. Good defense by the Braves there. And Thomas that time. See if they can score now. Here's Duke with it. Against Johnson. Now Birch up high right. Get a ball screen on a pick and roll. Look for the pass downstairs. Hannah gives to Duke Dean. Shot clock reads 12. Now 11. Now here's a whistle and a foul's called.
They got K.D. Johnson on a reach-in.
So what did I do?
I'm just poking through the ball. Come on.
George O. Mason. That's what his front of his jersey says. George O. Inbound baseline left. Looks at Hannah, gives it to him, and who ran over him?
That's going to be another foul on Billups. Running right through the screen set by Demarion Birch.
That'll be 5 team fouls, will it not?
It is.
His second foul, 10:06 to play in the half. It's still 14-9. The bad news, the Braves are stuck on 9. Wow, he ran right over Birch, who took a standing 5 count and got up. So Billups is out, and the Braves have it again. Birch with it between the rings, gives to Duke Dean. Waits for a ball screen from Thomas. They look to double him. Thomas, now left. Here's Christian Davis. He's in three-point land. 6 on the shot clock. There's Duke. 3 ball. Missed it again. Rebound is tipped out of bounds, and they're the Braves.
Bradley now almost 4 minutes without a bucket, without a score.
Duke just needs to make the first one.
He does.
And he's coming out, and Jaquan Johnson is in.
I feel like if Bradley's to have any chance in this game today, Duke's got to have a game. He struggled the last couple. Need to find his rhythm.
Thomas hands off to Duke. He brings it up to the top of the key. He's got the mismatch with the big guy. Here's a shot.
Corey Thomas.
Corey Thomas, the rebound. Is he going to shoot it?
He should.
He is. He's up. He's in. Gets off that 9.
Good
Corey
rebound.
Thomas, the rebound and the goal.
Good rebound, and basically George Mason left a small guard on him.
Doesn't he have 5?
He does.
14-11, Braves down 3. Hanging in there, 9:15 to play. Because of the defense has been so good. Here's a bounce pass inside, knocked away a little bit by Thomas. But Haynes got it back. Here's a 3-ball, bounced away, no good. Rebound taken down by the Braves and Darius Hannah. They look to run in the front court. With it in the corner and there's a foul, a push off.
Push off? Really doesn't seem like a lot of contact there.
Nice rebound as he worked against O'Connor, and they did a little loop, and turnaround jumper went in. So that is team foul number 4 on the Braves, and Thomas is out.
Played some good minutes for him.
And bringing it across the timeline is Billups with a right-hand dribble, and Jaquan Johnson, who is the artful dodger. He can get a steal. With it is Haynes inside, works against Meta. Shot is blocked.
Just turnover. Tried to make a pass out.
And here comes Johnson in the middle, lay it up and got it in.
Well done.
The big guy in the trees makes it 14-13.
Oh, that looked like a double dribble.
And they double out at the front. Here's Haynes again. Kick it back out. O'Connor has it, looks to move, and it's Hannah on him. Now Meta picks him up. Here's a jumper. Anderson for 3. That's good. Wide open on the wing on the right. 17-13.
He had been struggling from 3, but found his range the last game out, and here he's 1 of 2.
Here's a bounce pass, Meta layup. Good from Thomas. Duke Dean gets this first assist of the game.
Nice pick and roll there up at the top.
17-15. Braves hanging. We'll have an official time in the next dead ball. 51 to play, and there's a ball out of bounds. It'll belong to the Braves.
That's
they shoot for a tie or a lead.
Second turnover by Johnson, unforced.
7:50 to play, first half. George Mason 17, Bradley 15. We're back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
I'm Jim Shear. At Shear Mazda and Shear Volvo, we're fans. We're fans of Peoria and Bradley University, and we have been since 1957. It's that loyalty to our community that gives you a peace of mind to team up with Shear Automotive the next time you're in the market for a vehicle. Truth be told, we're big fans of you, which is probably why Shear dealerships rank among the very best in the nation in customer satisfaction. No matter what, let's all join together to cheer on Peoria and Bradley basketball. From all of us at Shear, go Braves!
Where can living well take you? Well, anywhere you want. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, we understand greater all-around health starts by making sure greater access to health care is all around you. It's why Blue Cross is committed to advancing and simplifying the healthcare experience for our members, no matter the state you find yourself in. We'll be forever by your side, always elevating your healthcare well beyond.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Hi, Ameren, Illinois home energy expert Matt Minster here to share how easy saving energy around the house can be. Matching the right size pot to the right size burner can save you up to $36 a year. You can save up to $55 a year by turning off the TV when you leave the house. And switch to LED light bulbs to save up to $75 per year. Discover more tips and rebates at AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/ways to save. Some restrictions may apply.
Let Greg and Dan sift through the daily chaos and make sense of it for you. Monday morning on 1470 and 100.3 WMBD.
Dave Snell, Chad Klein, Mike Sable. We're as close to Mike as I felt that we've ever been for a broadcast. Whether your game is on a basketball court or on a playground, get back with it with world-class orthopedic care brought to you by OSF Healthcare and Great Plains Orthopedics. Find out how you can make it happen. OSF Healthcare and .org-orthocare. Well, the Braves, besides not shooting it very well, are hanging in there because of their defensive job, and it's gotten better on Haynes, who every time he gets the ball, I can think of a size 35 underwear. Haynes makes you feel good all under.
Okay.
You didn't know where I was going.
I was afraid of where you were going, Dave. No, I mean,
that's how I memorized things.
Okay.
That I saw Haynes, I thought of underwear, and I knew that was 13.
We're going to talk about rebounds and turnovers, not underwear.
Okay.
Throughout this game. Bradley up on the rebounds right now, 13-6. That's important.
That's very important.
Because of their size, and Bradley has 3 offensive rebounds to George Mason's 1, have been the more aggressive team on the boards. Turnovers, Bradley has 6 compared to George Mason's 3. Their last 2 have come from Katie Johnson on careless turnovers, trying to get their break going.
And the Braves are 2 of 4 from the free throw line, right?
They are 2 of 4. Their shooting's gotten better, 6 of 14. They're up to 43% now, and so is George Mason at 43%, 7 of 16. So both teams are not shooting it particularly well, but it's getting better for Bradley.
All right, we're about
10 seconds away, I got to think.
Yep. Let's see what the Braves do with their lineup here. Duke Dean is on the bench.
Christian Davis is on the bench.
Yep. So we've got Johnson, who has the ball. Takes a couple of steps into the corner. There's Connor Dillon, 3. That's
Big.
good! And the Braves have an 18-7 lead from the corner on the right. Bradley has the lead. Connor Dillon, who was terrific the other night, gets the 3 ball. Here's O'Connor with it.
That's going to be a foul on Birch, I believe. Kind of the same thing, running through a screen on the weak side.
And that would be 6 team fouls on the Braves, or 4? Or 5?
That'll be 6.
Christian Davis comes in for Birch. That is 5 team fouls.
It is 5, I'm sorry.
Inbound baseline right. With it is Maddox. He's back into the game. There's Haynes with it. Given inside and outside. Back to Johnson. From Johnson.
Ooh,
Here's a
block by Meta.
By Meta. Defensively. Here come the Braves. Here's Connor Dillon again. Gives it to Meta. Back to Connor Dillon, who's going to the basket. His pass, the extra pass, a 3 ball. It's
Christian
good
Davis.
by Christian Davis from the wing on the right.
Really good ball movement there. Dillon went down to the baseline, passed it out to the opposite corner, and to Davis from Johnson to the wing.
21-17, Bradley's biggest lead. They're stuck on a number now. They go to the left. Here's O'Connor. Get a bit of a screen from Haynes. Now up top. With it is Johnson. Great defensive play by Meta last time, especially with 2 fouls. Here's a 3. Good. Cuts it to 1. Johnson up front. And it's 21-20. Bradley with 6:20 to play in the first half. Here's Meta going to the basket. His shot is good!
And that's
fouled.
Fouled by Haynes, and I believe that's his second foul.
He needs to sit down. 23-20, and Meta goes to the line trying to make it a 4-point play and a 3-point play again the hard way.
Yeah, nobody picked him up. Haynes, I don't know if he got lost in the defense or what, but got lost, and Meta did the right thing. Attacked the basket on 1 dribble and got fouled.
We got to keep him with those 2 fouls. He tries to give Bradley a 4-point lead again.
Well, and you have a nice rotation going right now between he and Corey Thomas because both of them are playing well.
23-20. Free throw Meta is good. A 3-point play matches the 3 by Johnson at the other end. Meta comes out. Good move. Get him on the bench with the 2 fouls.
Yeah, offense to defense. Put Corey Thomas back in. Good substitution.
24-20 Braves. Let's see if 23 is in the game for the first time. Justin Begg, B-E-G-G, freshman from Houston. Here's a shot miss. Rebound going after it. It's loose on the floor. Picked up by Johnson. Lob inside. Inside out, they move. Here's a
good recovery by Bradley.
Johnson drives again, comes in. Ball thrown away. Steal. With it is Duke Dean. There's a 3. Get there. Short. Rebound, Corey Thomas. Back to Christian Davis. 3. That's good! Good.
Well, I'll tell you what, Corey Thomas is playing well. Offensive rebound, kicks it out to Davis.
Timeout. GM. George is taking a time. Is it a 30? Is it a full?
They're standing, so it's a 30.
We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
Morgan Stanley values long-term relationships with its clients. The Grandview Capital Group of Morgan Stanley's Peoria office knows that building relationships begins with getting to know each client. Everyone has different goals, from planning for retirement to saving for a child's education. The Grandview Capital Group can create personal investment strategies to help you meet your retirement, education, wealth transfer, and other financial needs. So call the Grandview Capital Group at 309-671-4653. That's 309-671-4653. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney LLC, member SIPC.
Learfield presents Bradley Men's Basketball on 1470 and 100.3 WMBD.
Well, the Bradley defense has been very, very good. There was a knockaway steal.
Third turnover by Katie Johnson. Duke tried to come down and get a quick three, misses it, but Corey Thomas is playing. He's got 6 points, 5 rebounds in 8 minutes already for Corey Thomas. Good to see him playing because he has struggled mightily, and to see him play well, Bradley goes 1-3-1 zone here.
Begg is still in the game, 23.
And switch into the 2-3 zone.
With it is Maddox. Just a different look. Here's a shot from the corner, 3-ball good.
That's Anderson. He likes the corner.
27-23, so the Braves go zone, and they take advantage of it. Here's Duke Dean. Gives it to Christian Davis. Cross-court pass. There's a 3-ball fired up. Dillon missed it. And the rebound taken down by Anderson.
Good skip pass by Dean. Just don't knock down. Nice hands by Dillon again.
As he gets this Alexander Steakhouse steal.
Nice pass.
Beautiful Duke Dean into Christian Davis on the bounce pass and the layup from the left side. It's 29-23. Braves with a 6-point lead with 4:45 to play in the first half. With the basketball is Begg. Gets the pass from O'Connor. Nope, it's Anderson who just hit the 3-ball. Now left into the corner. Good job defensively initially. Almost stepped out of bounds. Here's O'Connor inside. Bounce pass is up.
Oh, another block. Hannah.
This is by Darius Hannah. Braves have the basketball. There comes Duke. He fires from way back.
Oh!
From the logo! It's a 9-point Bradley lead. His first one was a wonderful one. He fired it up from the hook of the G. 32-23. We'll have an official time in the next dead ball. Here's O'Connor, guarded by Connor. Here's a long-range jumper. Up good.
That's Anderson again. He comes back to answer.
32-26. There's a conclave at the check-in. Here's a ball knocked away. Was it touched?
It was. Duke saved it, but unfortunately right into Darius Hannah's knees.
Here's an official
Not a good
time.
pass. I think it was Dillon.
Johnson, Meta, and I believe...
Birch?
No, Vandernamp, I think, is coming in. So Bradley will play defense. What a shot by Duke. That one was... that looked like the gateway arch. We're back in a minute. Bradley's playing defense. They're up 6. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
The Bradley Braves didn't head into this season without a game plan. Choosing the best strategy for the road ahead is essential. Thankfully, making a game plan is easier with Health Alliance. When you become a member, you get access to doctors you trust, perks you deserve, and customer service reps always ready to help. Join a winning team that's dedicated to delivering dependable coverage, made for Bradley fans like you. Learn more at healthalliance.org.
Walters Brothers Harley-Davidson is proud to be the official ride of Bradley basketball. And if you're looking for a new ride of your own, stop into Walters Brothers and check out the new Harley-Davidson motorcycles. No excuses. Get to Walters Brothers and crank up the throttle on a new generation of Harleys. Check out the newest styles for your favorite motor clothes, ladies, and get some accessories from experts in our parts department. Walters Brothers Harley-Davidson. giving the hometown team a reason to ride since 1921.
Winter roads? No problem. Yokohama Tires are ready to take you anywhere you want to go this season at Peoria Tire. Shop Yokohama Tires, like the Geolander CV4S, which has long-lasting all-weather performance and allows you to conquer every terrain this winter, regardless of how wet the conditions are. Visit Peoria Tire today or call 309-693-8473 to make every drive a performance. Don't let winter slow you down.
Keeping you connected 24/7 on the radio, online, on smart speakers, and the WMBD radio app.
The best lines are the ones off the air, I'll tell you what. Chad's a comedian today. Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by Prairie Farms, and Bradley student athletes need to refuel. They choose Prairie Farms chocolate milk. Follow the Braves and make Prairie Farms chocolate milk part of your family's training table. Well, the Braves went zone, and it got Anderson going. That shot by Duke Dean, and then he made a couple of terrific passes.
Yeah, one off a turnover. I think Dylan got the turnover or the steal, and then he got a fast break and a pass ahead to Christian Davis on a really nice pass. But for Bradley, they've all of a sudden turned their shooting on. 12 of 22 from the field, 55%. 5 of 14 now from three-point range, 36%. And George Mason at 46% at 10 of 22. But they are 50% from three, led by Zach Anderson, who has 3 of 4 from three-point land.
The Bradley defense has been very, very good.
Yeah, the turnovers for Bradley early they do have 7 turnovers, but now they forced 5 for George Mason. Their defense has been solid to start, and it's allowed them to get the break going, and that break has allowed Bradley's offense to get going. The up-tempo is what really feeds into what Bradley likes to do. We just don't get to see it so often because we're in the Missouri Valley where we just beat up on each other defensively.
Christian Davis has had a very nice first half.
He's got 10 points, 4 of 6 from the field, and 2 of 4 from three-point land.
You know, he makes things happen. Most valuable player of the Myrtle Beach tournament.
The surprising thing, we talked about the size of George Mason, but points in the paint right now, 14-8 in favor of Bradley.
Now here's O'Connor with it. He's across the timeline. Bradley's lead is 32-26. Was it the high post, and did Duke get a foul?
By Duke. Not sure what happened there. Like, got tied up. Don't know if he was going for the steal or just got tied up with the guy with the ball.
That's his first. And that is 16 fouls for both teams. So the rest of the first half, they're going to be in the bonus. 3:36 to play, 22 on the shot clock.
And they're going to take a little time here to wipe some moisture off the floor.
And he's doing a pretty thorough job, isn't he? He's probably very experienced.
Oh, yeah. It looks like Duke was trying to fight. Thought it was
very
a screen,
skilled,
trying to fight through it. And it was actually the ball handler went right through him and got the foul.
Inbounds play coming from Billups. Now O'Connor, he rarely comes off the floor. Here's Anderson again. Timo is in. They switch. And Timo is on him. Waiting for a ball screen from Haynes. That stopped. Shot clock reached 7. Now 6. O'Connor with 5. Almost knocked away with 4. Now with 3. And here's a three-point shot up and in and out this time.
That was close, and Timo was right in his face.
Anderson almost got that one in. The Braves get a stop. They're up 6 with the ball. Timo with it. Looks right. Hands off to Christian Davis. Almost a turnover. Got it back. Here's Timo with it. Goes to the corner on the right. Shot clock reached 13, now 12. Takes it inside. Gives it to Johnson. There's a 3-ball by Christian. Davis is buried again.
Yeah, it really didn't look like Bradley had a lot going. A lot of dribbling there by Timo specifically, but found Christian Davis open on the wing.
35-26. That's Baker's dozen for the Denver native. With it defensively, Billups. There's O'Connor. Duke Dean is on him. Now they double him up top. Ball fake, come in. Ball almost knocked away. In is O'Connor. His shot is blocked by Duke Dean, or it was in and out of his hands, I guess.
I think he just lost it.
Here's a Christian Davis jumper for 3. Bounced away, no good.
A little bit of a heat check there, but open look on the break.
35-26, 2:09 to play in the half. Three ready to come in
Maddox.
for the Braves. Here's Maddox. Shot no good. Nobody rebounds except Duke Dean. Slows it down. Gives it to Johnson. Bradley trying for a double-digit lead. We're under 2 minutes, a minute 55 to go in the half. Three, including Thomas, ready to come in. Here's in the corner. There's Duke. Takes a dribble. Goes out front.
Pass.
Gives to Maddox. Come on!
And probably an and one, but no call.
37-26 with a minute 39 to go. Braves lead by 11. Here's O'Connor with it. Looks for the post.
Another
knocked
turnover.
away. Oh, he can't save it. And he goes right into the lap of a very nice-looking young lady.
Make sure she's okay.
Yep.
Really nice pass there by Duke Dean to Meta, rolling to the basket.
Now
Strong
Meta
move.
gets to come out of the game as to not get that third foul, and so does Duke. And so it's Johnson, Davis,
Thomas,
and
Dillon,
and Darius, who's guarding the outside man now, driving to the basket, put it up, dribbled it, no good,
Nicely
rebound
done.
taken down Thomas.
No offensive rebounding for George Mason. Really surprised by that.
Braves have the ball, 37-26 the lead with 113, 112, 111 to go in the half. Look at a high post pass. There's Thomas. Steps back, takes a dribble to the left 3 times, hands it off to Connor Dillon. Behind the back goes Thomas. His layup is up. And
That's not his move. Went from behind the back, and from there it went south quick.
Braves need to get a stop here. Billups with it. Inside. Looks inside out. Now the big man who's not posting as much now, Haynes. Shot clock reached 17-16. The Braves are probably going to be able to go for one shot, and they have, I think, a timeout left.
Double team in the ball.
Double. Here's Anderson. Don't let him shoot. Here's a pass in the corner. Billups with 4, now with 3. Drives with 2. His jumper is up and good.
Tough shot. Dillon is right there on defense.
Braves have, I think, their first half timeout, don't they?
They do, but they're going to go to half court, and there's the timeout call.
37-28, 9-point lead, 19.4 to go, 30-second break, and we'll be back. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
Your money goes further at Avanti's. Whether it's catering a party, getting dinner for the family, or just grabbing a sandwich for lunch, Avanti's is for you. The entire menu is priced right. From complete dinners to our delicious variety of salads, sandwiches, and pizza, Avanti's is a smart way to eat out. Good food, reasonable prices at Avanti's. Go to Avanti'sPeoria.com to find your Avanti's.
Avanti's has so many choices. It's great Italian food.
Learfield presents Bradley Men's Basketball on 1470 and 100.3 WMBD.
Eddie Pappas is looking at that scoreboard and going, what? Let's see what Brian draws up here.
I'm really surprised with the lack of physicality from George Mason. The first game I watched them play against Samford, they were extremely physical. Bradley's been athletic enough; they've not been able to get their bodies on him, and Bradley's taking advantage of it with their quickness.
The Braves are outplaying him now.
And really, Haynes has been such a big factor for them all year long. And so far in the first half, only 5 points, no rebounds. He does have the 2 fouls.
Inbounds to Duke. He's on the
bench.
G. And they've got a low 1-4 set with 10.
Yeah, we've
now
seen
with
this.
9. Ball screen coming with 8. Now 7. Now 6. Now 5. There's Duke's jumper. Short. Rebound is loose. And it's going to be halftime.
Probably had a better shot if he passed it back to Hannah behind him. Didn't recognize it though. But gotta look. Bradley goes in with a 9-point lead at half.
I think George Mason has the basketball. There were no held balls in the first half, and Bradley got the opening tip. So
Sounds correct.
I believe George Mason will have it to start the second half. George Mason was one of the original founding fathers, and they are in Fairfax, Virginia, and they're behind at halftime, 37-28. And the Morton Building's halftime report coming up. 20 minutes. Braves lead by 9. Gotta keep it up. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
It's vacation time. Finally just you, the fam, and a week of bliss. No work or stress allowed. Here's some stress. You booked a flight out of Chicago Airport that leaves in 4 hours, but instead of being on the road, one of your kids is running around half dressed while the other dumps coffee on your phone and passport. Your spouse is in the corner trying to prevent a personal breakdown, and quite frankly, you're starting to question why you thought this was a good idea. Don't stress. Fly direct or connect anywhere, anytime with Peoria International Airport.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Selling your luxury home? Don't trust just anyone. Trust the experts at Adam Merrick Real Estate. With a track record of selling over 75 luxury homes in 2024, Adam and his team are certified luxury home specialists and members of the Institute for Luxury Home Marketing. Their strategies attract high-end buyers, delivering exceptional results. Your luxury home deserves a luxury experience. Work with the best. Adam Merrick Real Estate, ranked worldwide for luxury home sales. Visit AdamMerrick.com.
Winter roads? No problem. Yokohama Tires are ready to take you anywhere you want to go this season at Peoria Tire. Shop Yokohama Tires like the Geolander CV4S, which has long-lasting all-weather performance and allows you to conquer every terrain this winter, regardless of how wet the conditions are. Visit Peoria Tire today or call 309-693-8473 to make every drive a performance. Don't let winter slow you down.
1470 and 100.3 WMBD, the Peoria area's voice for almost 100 years.
Welcome back, everybody. Chad Klein, Dave Snell, Mike Sable is around the corner. Tonight's halftime show, as always, is presented by Morton Buildings. When you build it with Morton, you build something that lasts. Morton Buildings stands the test of time. Check them out online at mortonbuildings.com. Bradley leads at the intermission, and they lead by 9. And looking at Christian Davis as total.
Yeah, he's got 13 points on 5 of 8 from the field, 3 of 6 from three-point land, 2 rebounds, a steal, has played 18 minutes. But, you know what? It's always interesting in some of these games. You come in with a certain, how is this game going to go? Thought this would be a slow down, grind it out type of game, and it's really been up tempo, which really plays more in Bradley's favor, in my opinion, because I think George Mason wants to play it more in the half court, but Bradley's taken him out of that. Forced some turnovers, gotten out on the break, which that's really what got Bradley going. They went 4 minutes midway through the first half where they didn't score. Looked like George Mason was going to take control, but then Bradley's defense picked up. Forced some turnovers, they got some easy opportunities, and it just started the confidence rolling for Bradley.
The thing of it is, the Braves shot nothing in the first 7-8 minutes of the game, and then their defense finally got in more possessions, and they saw the basketball start to go in, and then had the momentum, and it made their defense even better.
Yeah, no question. It's one of those things, like I said, you always have a preconceived notion how you think a game's going to go, but Bradley has not fed into that. You think George Mason's going to dominate with defense, but it's been Bradley's ball movement. They settled into that rhythm, and that's always the key for Bradley. And I talked about this last game. It's amazing how infectious this team is. When things are going well, it's like everybody feeds off of it. We talk about Christian Davis with the 13 points, but look at the 5-man position for Bradley in the first half. For Ahmet Jonovic, 7 points, 4 rebounds, has a block. He does have the 2 fouls, but playing very confident in his 9 minutes. Corey Thomas, who has not played well in 2 or 3 games, he has 6 points, 6 rebounds, 2 of 3 from the field, knocks down a 3-point shot in 11 minutes. So the 5-man has really showed up to play, and that's been important because Jalen Haynes started quick, has 5 points, does not have a rebound, and really was a non-factor for the last 15 minutes of the first half.
If you would have said that Duke has had this type of game in the first half, you'd say we might be in trouble.
I'm going to say and Darius Hannah, because Duke Dean has 3 points on 1 of 7. He's 1 of 6 from 3-point land. They should have given him
4 points on that.
Yeah, should have, from behind the 4-point line. And Darius Hannah only has 1 on a free throw, and then he has 3 rebounds. So your 2 key players that you normally count on are struggling now, but it seems like everybody else for Bradley, everybody that has played besides Timo Vandernap has scored, has made contributions when they're in there.
Connor Dillon again, some big plays.
It's almost like he needs to make a mistake and then he makes up for it, because I think he made a turnover and then he comes back and gets a steal and it starts the fast break for Bradley and gets him going. He just has a nose for the ball. We talk about his rebound. He had 8 rebounds last game. He just has an ability to be around the ball, understand how to play.
Before we take our break at halftime, on to Morton Building's halftime report. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
1470 and 100.3 WMBD and 93.3 WPBG HD4 Peoria.
We'll take our halftime break. We'll run down the keys to the game and more on a Bradley halftime lead at George Mason, 37-28. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
It's simple. Without proper insulation, your home will never be truly comfortable. Home Comfort Insulation has been making Central Illinois homes comfortable for over 70 years.
I'm Steve LaFont from Home Comfort Insulation. We love insulating outbuildings. Whether it's a new post and frame building or an existing building that you're converting into heated space. You might be building a new heated shop, a heated garage, a hunting cabin, or just a man cave. Our spray foam seals out all bugs and rodents, stops all air movement, and provides an excellent insulation value to your building. Whether it's a workspace or a fun space, we know how to make it comfortable and energy efficient. Call us for a free estimate and consultation on the best insulation for your project. We'd love to help you. You will be amazed at the difference it makes in any season.
Home Comfort Insulation, serving Central Illinois for over 70 years.
It's really that simple. When you need home comfort, call Home Comfort.
Visit homecomfortinsulation.com.
So I bought a home that was built in 1978, and it was gorgeous, but it was very dated.
So Katie Cobb of Peoria called Central Illinois' premier remodeling company, C.T. Gabbard. And when you choose C.T. Gabbard, you get a level of service beyond compare.
The first thing is they just got to know me, my personality, and the things that I enjoyed, what was the purpose of changing. I appreciated how they listened to me and how they paid attention and what were my favorite colors, and just really, you kind of just became friends. So they worked really hard, and what was so nice about them, they just became part of your family during that time. It was nice to know that you had somebody that you trusted working on your house. It was fun.
This is Chuck Gabbard of CT Gabbard Remodeling and Construction. When others tell you it can't be done or the layout can't be changed, you need to call us at 637-2110 or come see our beautiful showroom at 1323 Southwest Adams in the Warehouse District, or go to our website at ctgabbard.com. And don't forget, if you can think of it, we can do it.
Hi, Ameren, Illinois home energy expert Matt Minster here to share how easy saving energy around the house can be. Matching the right size pot to the right size burner can save you up to $36 a year. You can save up to $55 a year by turning off the TV when you leave the house. And switch to LED light bulbs to save up to $75 per year. Discover more tips and rebates at AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/ways to save. Some restrictions may apply.
Welcome to the Playground Showdown. On today's field, we have Mom versus her pint-sized powerhouse Timmy. Mom takes off like a blur, and oh, looks like she's hurt her foot, and is now showing us an impromptu dance.
Whether your game is on the basketball court or the playground, get back to it with world-class orthopedic care. Brought to you by OSF Healthcare and Great Plains Orthopedics, official sports medicine providers for Bradley Athletics. Find care now at osfhealthcare.org/orthocare.
Bank of Farmington, Integrity Community Bank, is located not only in Peoria across from the shops at Grand Prairie on Route 91, but also in Farmington, Canton, Williamsfield, and now they have a brand new drive-up ATM in West Peoria near the City Building. With the latest digital banking products, drive-through lanes, ATM, full loan department, they're large enough to offer all the great services you expect, but small enough to know you by name. Bank of Farmington, community banking at its best. Stop in or visit integritycb.com for more information. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Go Bradley Braves.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Envision Insurance Group and Auto Owners Insurance want to serve you. There is no better feeling than seeing a client's car repaired after an accident occurs, providing peace of mind as insurance repairs their home after a bad storm. Envision Insurance Group and Auto Owners Insurance team up to make sure our clients are protected against the unknown of tomorrow. Contact me, Chad Klein, at 683-1100 to discuss your auto and home insurance needs today.
When it comes to news, you don't want to be the last to know. Download the free WMBD radio app and stay connected.
Back at halftime, where the Bradley lead is 37-28. George Mason will have possession of the basketball to open the second half. Chad's got some statistical notes.
Yeah, let's start with George Mason. We talk about the two key players for them, Jalen Haynes and Darius Maddox. Really, Bradley's done a nice job on those two players. They averaged 14 points each. Right now, both of them have 5 points in the first half. The guy that's hurt them in the first half is Zach Anderson. Has knocked down 3 threes, is 3 of 7 from the field, 3 of 5 from three-point range. Leads George Mason with 9 points. Also leads them with 4 rebounds. Number 4, Braden O'Connor, really not a scorer. He's kind of the setup man. Has 6 assists and 1 steal for George Mason in the first half. George Mason as a team is 11 of 26 from the field, 42%, 5 of 12 from three-point land, 42%, and 1 of 3 from the free throw line, 33%. We talked about how important it was for the to keep George Mason off the free throw line, and really both teams got to 6 personal fouls, and after that really was not a issue. For Bradley, they're led in scoring by Christian Davis with 13 points, followed up by Ahmet Jonovic with 7. He's 3 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, also has 4 rebounds. Corey Thomas has 6. So really for both teams, kind of the guys that you don't normally expect are the guys stepping up. So Corey Thomas has a big first half, and Jonovic has a big first half. The key there is, and you mentioned it off air, Jonovic had 2 early fouls and never picked up the 3rd foul. Coach Wardle rolled the dice a little bit, kept playing him, and it was just a really nice rotation between he and Corey Thomas, and I think it kept the George Mason big man Haynes off balance throughout the first half. So don't be surprised if they start to try and attack that in the second half and get Haynes going, and Maddox as well. But Bradley ends up shooting 52% from the field in the first half. I think early on, the first 10 minutes, they were down around 30%. So they really ended the half hot. 6 of 16 from three-point range, 38%. And they didn't shoot many free throws either, 3 of 5 from there, 60%. So what we figured was going to be a physical, grinded-out game has been more of an up-tempo style, which really plays into Bradley's hand.
Let's check the halftime keys to the game, brought to you by your Peoria area Toyota dealers. Never go down by 10. No. Hannah against Haynes points. That's a no.
It's a no. Haynes has 5. Hannah's another one needs to get going. Only has 1 point on a free throw.
More than 12 made free throws. So that's in trouble.
Yeah.
At this point.
But don't be surprised. A lot of times what we see in the second half, teams start putting their head down trying to get to the bucket. So don't be surprised if both teams try to do that to get to the free throw line a little bit more.
All right. Defensive numbers, less than 7 made threes.
They are at 5 right now, so that's in trouble.
O'Connor and Maddox less than 18. That's going to be good.
O'Connor has 2. Maddox has 5. That's 7, so that looks good.
Forced 13 turnovers.
They forced 6 so far, so that's a push pretty much.
Yep. All right. Second half coming up. Bradley 37, George Mason 28, and the Patriots will have the basketball to open the second half. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
Your Avanti's is now offering delivery through DoorDash and Grubhub. Now get great Avanti's food with faster delivery times at all 4 of your Avanti's locations in Peoria, North Peoria, East Peoria, and Pekin. Avanti's now offering DoorDash and Grubhub delivery. At Avanti's, your money goes further and is a great place to feed your family at all 4 Avanti's locations. Whether it's dine-in, carry-out, or delivery, Avanti's menu provides value for your dollars.
Avanti's has so many choices. It's great Italian food.
Are you looking for the right family dentist for you and your children? Look no further than Small Town Dental. Small Town believes in preventative, patient-centered dentistry within your community. Our family-friendly culture is what we offer all of our patients, whether they come in for a simple cleaning or a cosmetic problem. Serving Peoria, Bloomington, Chillicothe, Tremont, Hopedale, and Morden. Also visit our pediatric office, Small Town Dental Kids. Call us at 309-497-6475. Find more information or schedule online at smalltowndental.com. Choose Small Town Dental and stay rooted in community.
The Bradley Braves didn't head into this season without a game plan. Choosing the best strategy for the road ahead is essential. Thankfully, making a game plan is easier with Health Alliance. When you become a member, you get access to doctors you trust, perks you deserve, and customer service reps always ready to help. Join a winning team that's dedicated to delivering dependable coverage, made for Bradley fans like you. Learn more at healthalliance.org.
All right, there was a turnover on the first possession, so the Braves have it with a 37-28 lead. Duke Dean hands off to Christian Davis. He's got it between the rings. Takes a look left. There's Birch. Post pass into Meta. Backs in against Haynes. Dribbles it 3 times. Stops. Drops it down to Birch. Layup. Good!
Nicely done.
From Meta
to Demarion Birch.
Dribbled, and he went back door. And Birch makes it 39-28.
Yeah, it looked like he was going up for a hook shot and dropped it down to Birch, who was right underneath the basket. And there's Maddox.
Maddox again, a 3.
Not surprised they're going to try and get him going in the second half. First time they went to Haynes, who turned it over, trying to get those 2 guys going.
Played a minute, 39-31.
And one.
Got a play up and good! Taken down by Demarion Birch. Took it and went down the middle, as you know he does. And he'll go to the line for a 3-point play and try to make it an 11-point game.
Yes,
actually, he went through like a field goal kicker, kicking the ball right through 2 goal posts, and nobody picked him up.
Yeah, did a nice job of splitting the double team, and then Maddox
fouled him.
Set a silly foul.
3 throws up and bounced it no good.
And there's Meta's third foul. That was a bad one. He kind of pushed to Haynes, used his arms, and when you do that, it's an easy call for the official.
Well, he missed the free throw, and as a result, that's a third foul.
Well, Meta says I'm good, but Coach Wardle wisely bringing Corey Thomas in here. Third foul this early. You've got a 10-point lead. You're not going to risk it right now.
He missed the free throw. If he makes the free throw, that's not a foul. 41-31, a minute gone in the second half.
Coach Wardle pleading his case, but it was a foul.
And here's O'Connor with it. He is guarded by Duke Dean out near the NIT logo. Here's Maddox. Gives into the big guy to the corner. Here's a jumper for 3. Missed. Rebound tip into the hands of Christian Davis. And here comes Duke Dean with it across the timeline. Give it to Hanna. He goes in the lane. Stops. Almost loses it. Has it again. He's going to shoot it. Now he's doubled and loses it out of bounds.
Tried to do too much with it. Got double teamed, didn't recognize it. Trying to get going. Both big guys for both teams to get going. Haynes trying to get going for George Mason. Hanna as well. Probably trying to press and do a little too much there.
So a Bradley turnover. Their first of the second half, 41-31. 18-18 to play. Here's O'Connor. Into the corner, looking to take the 3. Now he reverses it left.
Maddox
with it is
again.
Maddox. His 3 is 2-point shot.
Not
good.
surprising. He's too good a player to be held down, and he's starting to feel a little bit, finding a little bit of a rhythm. Got to shut that down.
41-33. They cut it to 8. Braves got it, and here's a layup by Duke Dean. It's blocked.
Wisely kicked it out before it got blocked because it was coming.
And here's one from the corner left 3. Good!
Christian Davis probably had a layup that he passed up, but he kicks it out to Duke Dean
Back
wide
to
open to the
an
corner.
11-point lead, 44-33. That's 6 for Duke. Only his second 3 of the night. Hasn't got a 2 yet. Here's O'Connor with it. Keep it away from that other side. With it going to the baseline and a foul on Thomas.
Yeah, you got to make sure you don't give an angle. Once he catches the ball, just square up with him. Don't allow him that angle. Gave him a little angle, takes to the baseline. Official makes the call.
It was a force out on Haynes. And Jaquan Johnson comes in for Birch. 11-point lead for Bradley. Inbound baseline right. They look for Maddox. Instead, it's the bounce pass. It's to Haynes. He's going inside. His layup is missed, but he's fouled.
I don't like that one. That one, he basically was out of control. The official bails him out. Not a lot of contact. Looked like Thomas had his arm straight up, but picks up 2 quick fouls. And now Thomas.
That's 3 team fouls on the Braves in the second half, and 2 free throws for Haynes, who again is only 61%. Bradley's lead is 11 with 17:27 to play. First free throw is good. Get ready to rebound. This might be the biggest player the Braves have played against all year.
Very possible.
They should have named him Goliath. Free throw second. Free throw is up and rimming in. 44-35. And they show pressure in the backcourt. Christian Davis gives to Duke Dean. And here comes Johnson.
Run and jump defense.
Almost a
dangerous pass. Got away with it.
As he hit Duke Dean. 16-15 on the shot clock. Give to Thomas. He's got it straight away.
Nice.
Gives it to Hannah, who loses it. But Thomas picks it up. His jump shot is missed. Good!
Nice.
Goes in.
Went with a one-handed jumper from about 10 feet. Got it in after Hannah, it went off his leg.
That saved a turnover. 46-35. 16:48 to play.
Well, that's a moving screen.
They have Johnson in. Here's a 3 missed. Rebound taken down by Thomas.
Anderson complained, felt like he got fouled there.
Give it to Hannah. Passes a 3-point shot by Thomas. It's good!
Corey Thomas!
In the corner on the left, a 3-ball, and it's a 14-point Bradley lead, 49-35.
14.
With the basketball is Anderson. He's going to drive to the baseline. Good help, and he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Yeah.
And I think he stepped on an ankle, rolled it. He is in pain underneath the basket. I don't know.
Terrific help defense on the other side by the Braves. Took the baseline away. 49-35 with the ball with 16:13 to go.
You always look at how connected is the defense, and right now Bradley's defense has been very connected. It looks like Duke Dean maybe rolled his ankle on the high ball screen. But here you're going to see Anderson.
Great help by Christian Davis.
I think he stepped on Christian Davis's foot and maybe rolled his ankle.
Well, they're looking at him, but Duke, in the ball screen, he twisted his ankle. 6:13 to play. And there's a timeout, and he can't put any weight on that. Now, a lot of times, they're going to help him off the floor.
Yeah. You always worry about with the Achilles when there's that kind of injury. It didn't look like he rolled it so much as he just kind of landed on the front toe. But he is putting some weight on it now. Hopefully
and they're going to miss him.
Well, he was hurting Bradley from outside, knocking down those 3 threes in the first half.
A terrific job of help defense by Christian Davis.
Well, we talk about this Bradley team when they're locked in and playing for each other, protecting each other. And today they just really seem to be playing well together. Their defense is connected. They're protecting. They're covering those gaps and making it difficult for George Mason to get any type of rhythm.
Well, I think this is a minute break, so let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
Bank of Farmington, Integrity Community Bank, is located not only in Peoria across from the shops at Grand Prairie on Route 91, but also in Farmington, Canton, Williamsfield, and now they have a brand new drive-up ATM in West Peoria near the City Building. With the latest digital banking products, drive-through lanes, ATM, full loan department, they're large enough to offer all the great services you expect, but small enough to know you by name. Bank of Farmington, community banking at its best. Stop in or visit integritycb.com for more information. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Go Bradley Braves!
Learfield presents Bradley Men's Basketball on 1470 and 100.3 WMBD.
Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by Prairie Farms, and Bradley student athletes need to refuel. They choose Prairie Farms chocolate milk. Follow the Braves and make Prairie Farms chocolate milk part of your family's training table. Well, that three that was hit by Corey Thomas, who's having an unbelievable game, was brought to you by, as always, Vision Insurance Group and Auto Owners Insurance.
You talk about Corey Thomas, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 4 of 5 from the field, knocked down both of his 3-point shots. He is having his best game of the season.
Game. Corey's career high came at Murray State with 16.
Okay.
Well, he's in the ballpark.
A little bit higher quality of team that we're playing today, though, and a little bit more on the line. And especially when
against Murray.
No, nothing against Murray at all. But I'm just saying, for what's on the line, as far as the NIT tournament and the level of play, yeah, I mean, he is playing. And it's what's especially so impressive about it, he has struggled mightily over his last 5 or 6 games.
And it has been a team effort all the way down the line. Corey Dillon has made some terrific plays.
He has.
The two guys that have struggled a little bit are Darius Hanna and Duke.
Yeah, Darius has 1 point. Duke has 6. He got a couple threes to go in the first half. But you're right. It's again, we talked about this late last game. The depth that has been developed all year long is paying dividends here in the tournament.
Birch on the weak side got a basket.
Yeah, I'm just looking at bench points. Bradley 16-5. Bradley has 3 blocks. George Mason has 0. Fast break points. Bradley 9-2. Points off turnovers. Bradley 12-7. All the things, again, preconceived notion about how physical that this George Mason team was going to be and how good they were defensively. Bradley has stepped up to the challenge and played well so far here. Now they just got to continue to build on it.
They're going to be looking at some pressure here.
Not surprising.
Count is 3. And Johnson gets it back from Christian Davis. Connor Dillon is in the game. Meta is still out. And they have Vanderknapp in as well. Here's Johnson. There's another 3 by Corey. Bounce that one, no good. Goes to the corner and out of bounds.
That's okay. It's a good look. It's basically a screen, pick, and pop.
49-35. Bradley with the lead at 15:56. And across the timeline, here comes Johnson, the former Auburn player. They find him loose, they post him, he misses the shot, and a foul, I think,
it's on Dillon. Yeah, Katie Johnson, kind of nice back screen. Dillon a little late on the rotation. Thought he was in pretty good position until he slapped down there at the end, which there was where the foul was called.
Johnson is a 72%er, 85 of 118. He has a pair. It's real quiet.
Yeah,
and there aren't that many people to be quiet.
Had 3 turnovers in the first half. Really struggled to get his game going.
Free throw is good.
Bradley well aware when he played at Auburn what he can do. He came in and really was the energizer down in Cancun tournament when Bradley played Auburn.
And we were shorthanded, though.
Yeah, we were.
One more for 0. Made them both. Vanderknapp inbounds. Corey almost knocked somebody. He did
knock
Johnson
him down. No call.
Johnson to bounce passes to Christian Davis.
George Mason definitely picking up the pressure.
Here's Thomas. Skip pass is thrown. Connor Dillon up high right. They go back door. No. He threw it away. Tried to hit.
Well, he tried to
Johnson.
throw it over the top to the shortest guy on the team, and Jaquan's an athletic guy, but that's just not the right pass to make there.
And that's a turnover.
Not sure I like this lineup that Bradley has in, and I see it now. Coach Wardle sending a couple guys to the check-in counter now. Trying to get some...
And there's a foul away from the ball.
Trying to buy time to get, Duke Dean a blow, get Darius Hanna a blow.
Here they come.
Not surprisingly, I think it's going to be a quick turnaround. There comes Birch, Dean.
Hanna.
Was it Hanna?
I thought.
Yep.
Inbound baseline right. And this is at Billups.
Christian Davis on Maddox now, trying to lock him down.
And here's a steal. An Alexander Steakhouse steal by Birch, whose layup is up and missed.
Corey Thomas with the rebound.
Gives it back to Birch. Now to Duke Dean. Missed the layup.
Yeah, good contest there by Katie Johnson.
Thomas almost lost it, gets it back. Here's Birch's three.
Good!
Comes right back. Thank you very much, Birch from the left corner. The Braves love that left corner. And it's 52-37. 15-point Bradley lead.
Birch up to 9 points now for Bradley.
They have 9 in the game, and that's
Stas Sivka.
Sivka, his first action. They go baseline, bounce pass, and now out in front there's a 3-ball up and bounce no good. Corey Thomas, the rebound.
He is playing a game.
Here's Birch with it across the timeline. Looks inside to
mismatch.
Kahana into the corner. Christian Davis's three.
Good!
Timeout. George Mason. The Braves lead the game by 18 with 14 to go.
I think Bradley learned something from their game against North Alabama. Had a good first half and struggled to get going in the second. Here in the second, they're really putting the hammer down, extending their lead.
Do I hear BU in the background?
From the small crowd that's there for Bradley. They're loud.
Well, it's the Braves 55, George Mason 37, 14:07 to go, and we're back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
Hey, Bradley Braves, ready to fire up your game day? Head to Mission Barbecue for mouth-watering flavors to celebrate our hometown heroes. Join them for a feast of brisket, pulled pork, and their famous sides. Whether you're pre-gaming or post-game celebration, Mission Barbecue has the perfect spread for every fan. So bring your friends and enjoy the atmosphere and support local. Visit Mission Barbecue today and cheer on the Braves. Mission Barbecue, located on Sterling Avenue in Peoria.
Morgan Stanley values long-term relationships with its clients. The Grandview Capital Group of Morgan Stanley's Peoria office knows that building relationships begins with getting to know each client. Everyone has different goals, from planning for retirement to saving for a child's education. The Grandview Capital Group can create personal investment strategies to help you meet your retirement, education, wealth transfer, and other financial needs. So call the Grandview Capital Group at 309-671-4653. That's 309-671-4653. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney LLC, member SIPC.
Hi, Ameren, Illinois home energy expert Matt Minster here to share how easy saving energy around the house can be. Matching the right size pot to the right size burner can save you up to $36 a year. You can save up to $55 a year by turning off the TV when you leave the house. And switch to LED light bulbs to save up to $75 per year. Discover more tips and rebates at AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/ways to save. Some restrictions may apply.
Enjoy your favorite shows on the go. Listen on the WMBD radio app, free on the App Store.
Well, there's still 14 minutes to go.
A lot of time left. Good timeout by George Mason. Try and stop the momentum for Bradley. But Bradley, 4 of 5 from three-point land in the second half.
I think they're 10 now, right, for the game?
We are at 10 of 21, and we were talking before the game that they had how many threes to get to the record for this year?
You know, I haven't even been taking, with all of this going on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10.
And I think my response...
3 away from tying the all-time record.
I think my response was, Bradley's going to have to do that to be in this game, and maybe it was a premonition. I don't know.
That's why you're a great analyst. You knew this was going to happen.
Okay. If you say so.
But there's still a lot of time left. Basketball is a game. Look at North Carolina yesterday. They couldn't have played any worse, and they almost came back and won the game.
Especially after they won the previous game by like 20 points, looked like they couldn't get beat by anybody and turn around and play, basically lay an egg the second half, or the second game. But Bradley's come to play. Christian Davis, 16 points. Corey Thomas, cannot say enough. 11 points, 9 rebounds. Demarion Birch has made he's got up to 9 points. The guys that you wouldn't expect. This is all with Duke Dean only at 6 and Darius Hannah with 1 point. So the guys that you wouldn't expect are stepping up to the challenge.
And this has given a chance for Meta to be on the bench with the 3 fouls and passing time.
Absolutely. You're buying time. And we have not seen much from Jalen Haynes, who's their leading scorer. Maddox has gotten it going here in the second half, and we saw Christian Davis get shifted onto him defensively.
Well, they're so far behind now, they're going to be throwing
Haynes is
threes
not in the
here.
game.
Nope, they want more quickness. Here's Johnson. His three is missed, and the rebound taken down. Hanna whipped out. A 3-ball Duke Dean. In and out.
Right there.
I thought that was going in.
I did too.
With it in the corner, looking on the drive, and a short shot is up and
that's
good.
a tough shot.
Who hit that one? Was that?
That was Sifka.
Sifka, yeah. I was going to say that's his first basket. 55-39.
You can tell George Mason's trying to get into this game. Their defense has definitely picked up.
And ball knocked out of bounds by O'Connor. Shot clock reached 17, 13:22 to play. Bradley's lead is 16, 55-39. You got to keep the hammer down here.
Yeah, you can't let up. Got to keep the pressure on. What's gotten you here has been your aggressiveness, this up-tempo style. Bradley has been able to play it, and George Mason has not had the response. And just as I mentioned, Jalen Haynes now comes back into the game
Here's
for George Mason.
With it.
And there's a turnover.
Thrown away. And here's Haynes with it. Take a charge.
He's out of control and got away with it.
Here's a drive. Look left, come left. There's a 3-ball.
Yeah, the guy you don't want to leave open, Maddox.
And it's 55-42.
I'm not sure who made the pass. Bradley forced the pass. That wasn't there to Darius Hanna. I think it was Duke trying to get the pass to Hanna, and it ends up being an active turnover, which leads to fast break points for George Mason.
13 points for Maddox now. Yeah, he was right.
Yeah, he was wide open. Bradley got lost in that transition there, never picked him up. And he is not the guy to leave open, especially now with Zach Anderson, who went down with the ankle injury, not in the game. He is their best three-point shooter on the floor.
So 5 in a row. It's gone from 18 to 13. And so the 30-second timeout. 12:59 to play. There's 26 on the shot clock. You don't want to get stuck on a number.
Yeah, and remember in the first half, Bradley went 4 minutes without scoring. It was kind of around this time where it happened. George Mason on a 5-0 run, as you mentioned.
And the pressure is going to pick up.
It's going to pick up, so you got to be strong with the ball. You can't turn it over. Bradley turned it over there, which created the opportunity for George Mason on the other end.
And Metta's back in the game. Inbound baseline right. Give to Duke Dean, or make it Johnson. Duke is out of the game. Here's Birch with it, taken in the lane. Short shot misses.
A little out of control there.
And
now they have a run out.
End.
Jaquan Johnson gets a foul.
Are they going to call this on a shot?
I believe so. Billups was the one out in front, just kind of starts to throw it up, so I'm guessing going to get 2.
And that's 16 fouls for the Braves.
Smart move by Billups just to throw his hands up to act like he was in the shooting motion to get the 2 shots.
78%. Free throw's good. It's 12. And Connor Dillon comes back in.
This is about the spot in the first half where Bradley kind of went on a little bit of a scoring drought. See if they can find it on this next offensive possession. As you mentioned, George Mason has definitely picked up the defensive pressure.
55-44. They've scored.
And here comes full court pressure.
Here's Dillon. He steps out of bounds.
No, they're going to get K.D. Davis. Or K.D. Johnson with a push. It was the right call, but it was fortunate.
Is that 3 on him? I'm thinking the wrong player.
I think it's his second.
Okay. So Birch will inbound again. They almost got a steal. Here's Johnson with it. And he'll bring it into the front court. Gives it to Birch.
Come on. That's 2 possessions in a row.
And a missed layup.
Birch was out of control on the one possession there. He turns it over and creates another opportunity on the other end for fast break for George Mason. Billups again.
He missed the layup.
But Hanna picks up a foul. That'll be his first foul.
Not strong with the ball.
Well, again, George Mason is up. They're starting to get up in the grill. Bradley's got to be stronger with the ball, as you mentioned.
Free throw's good. It's a 10-point game.
Birch is coming out.
They've outscored the Braves
8-0.
8-0, and hits could be number 9. Phillips.
And it happened quick, minute 40, right about that timeout time where they just kind of stopped the momentum, and since that timeout, they've gone on this 8-0 run.
Free throw's good. It's a 9-point game. Braves need to score. And here's Johnson. Duke Dean is back in the game. And he crosses the timeline. 12:20 to go. A lot of time. And now the crowd that's here is behind the home team.
Good look for Duke. Boy, he just can't seem to find his three-point shot. Took too long. Just doesn't look like he's comfortable with his shot.
And they're at it again. Go to the baseline.
And Billups, they're going to get Johnson again.
1 and bonus.
The whistles are starting to blow. We only had 6 fouls for each team in the first half. Bradley already has 8 fouls in the first 8 minutes of this half. We've seen this so many times with teams in the second half start to put the ball on the floor and try and create fouls.
Dillon is out and back to the free throw line. It's a 9-point lead. It could be 7. It was 18 not too long ago. Free throw good. Now they're in that free throw position where everybody's making it.
Well, and it slows down the game. It takes Bradley out of the tempo, and now Bradley's struggling to find their rhythm on the offensive end.
Second free throw is good.
Four turnovers here in the second half for Bradley.
18-7. Duke Dean inbounds. That is 3.
Timeout. 5 seconds. Oh, lucky. That was probably 5 seconds. Duke got the benefit of the doubt there.
So the Braves take the timeout. This will be a 30. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
Hi, Ameren, Illinois home energy expert Matt Minster here to share how easy saving energy around the house can be. Matching the right size pot to the right size burner can save you up to $36 a year. You can save up to $55 a year by turning off the TV when you leave the house. And switch to LED light bulbs to save up to $75 per year. Discover more tips and rebates at AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/ways to save. Some restrictions may apply.
Learfield presents Bradley men's basketball on 1470 and 100.3 WMBD.
We still have an eternity to go, and there'll be another official time coming up on the next dead ball. The Braves have turned it over.
Yeah, they've got 4 turnovers here in the second half.
And all within
about 2 minutes. It's been an 11-0 run over the last 2 minutes by George Mason. And again, it happened after the timeout. Really good timeout by Coach Skinn, just calming his team down, saying, hey, let's do what we do, turn up the pressure on defense. And they've created turnovers, which has created opportunities, and just the fouls. Bradley has 8 fouls to George Mason's 2. Bradley's got to play better defense here without fouling, because now George Mason is in the bonus for the rest of the half.
And they only have, what, 1 team foul?
They have 2.
I think they're taking the 12-minute break now at 12:02.
You may be right.
Because they've had a 1-minute break. The Braves have had time had trouble getting the ball into the front court.
Well, the way George Mason plays is they don't really pressure full court, but they pressure you on the out of bounds. They're trying to create a quick turnover, and if you come towards them, they will do a little bit of a run and jump man-to-man pressure, but it's really not meant to be full court so much as just to make you think, force you to make bad decisions, and here in the last 2 minutes, it has been effective for George Mason.
Darius Hannah has still only 1 point.
1 point, does have 3 rebounds, a steal and a block, but yeah, he has not been a factor on the offensive end. And it's like we're trying to force the ball to him. And he's had games like this where we try to get it to him, and he's just not in sync, not in rhythm, and he struggles.
So we're waiting to get the ball back in play, and we'll see who the Braves have on the floor. A Patriots are moving the ball around the perimeter and just getting open shots, pulling up jumpers.
Yeah, and the big thing is they've gotten Darius Maddox involved in the game. He had 5 points in the first half. He's up to 13 now. Anderson was the guy in the first half. Maddox has done it for him in the second, and once he gets going, he doesn't stop. And he can hurt you from multiple levels. Obviously has the ability to get to knock down the three-point shot, but he also can get to the basket and also has a nice in-between game as well.
George Mason is 18-1 at home. All right. Duke Dean looks to inbound. Into the backcourt. He got some help.
There's the run and jump. Bradley gets away from it.
Hannah's going inside out. Gives to Johnson. Shot clock reads 17, now 16. Give to Duke Dean. Johnson goes by on the right. Duke gives to Meta. Look to the high low.
It's not there.
And turns it over.
Oh, and Darius just went down with grabbing his knee.
All the way down. Layup is up and missed. In and out of the hands. Loose ball picked up.
And they're going to stop.
Hannah went down.
And he is in definite pain. Grabbed his knee immediately. It was an ill-advised pass by Jonovic. It wasn't there. Oh!
Yeah, this is not good.
This is bad. Oh, that's not good. All he did, it looked like his step wrong, and I don't know if it's either hyperextended or worse, but that was not good.
Well, they turned it over, and Tyler Krogh is out there, as is Cade Harkey to help him. So they lost Anderson, and this does not look good for Darius Hannah.
That was not. That's unfortunate.
He only had 1 point.
But he basically was just...
Oh my goodness,
gosh.
that's bad.
Oh, that's not good.
Yep. That is not good.
Hate to see that.
So the Braves have possession after the turnover. And here's Johnson. He's guarded up by Johnson on Johnson.
Find a way to regather themselves and regain their composure.
15-14 on the shot clock. Christian Davis with it. Looks at Meta. They have Vanderkamp back in. 5-4 on the shot clock.
Don't even
now
know the clock.
3, now 2, now 1. Fires it up.
Good! Oh my gosh!
Up at the buzzer.
I wasn't even sure he saw the clock.
58-48. What a shot by Christian Davis.
Oh my goodness, needed that.
10:46 to play.
Bradley goes 2-3 zone.
Look for the drop down pass. Inside shot blocked by Meta. And it's out of bounds.
Good effort by Vandernap.
Tried to get it. 13 on the shot clock. I mean,
that was an over-the-shoulder.
That was a shot put.
That was a Dion type of shot. Falling.
That was
the only thing is he actually had it in his hand. I don't think Dion ever had it in his hand.
Going inside, shot blocked by Meta.
But that's the problem is there. He needs to understand it's more important that he be in the game, not slapped down. He was actually getting decent position, but gives up a foul when he shouldn't have. That was going to be a difficult dunk.
That's 3, right?
That's 4.
Because he did get one earlier?
He got one early in the half. That's 4.
So he's got to come out, doesn't he?
With 10 and a half to go, I got to think so.
Short on the first free throw.
And here he comes out. And the good thing is Thomas has played well.
So well, yeah.
I think he's talking actually to him about the turnover where he was trying to force it to Hannah, an ill-advised pass.
Second free throw's pushed in, so they split them.
Back down to 9.
Is 9 with 10:32 to play. And bounce pass is given to Johnson. Now Duke Dean. If the Braves win this game, Duke has got to...
He's got to find a way.
Yep. Has it between the rings. 17-16 on the shot clock. Waits for Corey Thomas. He fires a three up. Good.
Or Corey Thomas, evidently. My goodness. That's 14.
61-49, and we're halfway through the second half. And the Braves are out on the threes now. Inside ball's knocked loose.
Good defense.
Corey Thomas gets the pick. And Alexander Steakhouse steal. At the other end, a bad pass by
I know what he was looking
Duke.
for, but it was too far ahead and hit the rim.
He was looking for...
Vandernap.
Here's a lean-in shot, bounce, stopping in. That was by Billups, I think. And here's Duke Dean with it, 61-51, 9.5 to play. Here's Christian Davis. Gives back to Duke. His lean-in jumper bounces no good.
Fell away, just off to the side, didn't get his feet under him.
And with it on the move, coming downstairs and a walk.
And that's going to be another foul. I don't like this. It feels like the game has changed. How they're officiating. That looks to me like pretty good defense. But now they're calling them as fouls, which makes it hard. But Bradley's got to find a way to adjust.
9:17 left, 61-51. The magic number was 69, by the way.
George Mason in the double bonus the rest of the way.
And this is Johnson, who's 82%. In and out.
And George Mason still only has 2 fouls in the half. Duke Dean comes out. Demarion Birch comes in. I think Coach Wardle recognizing Duke Dean struggling, trying to get him on the bench, give him a little pep talk, get him a blow.
Second free throw is good.
And get him back in. But George Mason, the pressure has definitely affected Bradley in the second half. They're holding on.
Birch with it in the backcourt. Gives to Johnson. And he got to get it across the timeline. He does. Gives to Vandernap.
That was close.
Here's Christian Davis. Waits for a ball screen. Vandernap with it. Gives to Birch. Shot clock reads 8, now 7. Christian Davis with 6, now 5, now 4, now 3. Follow-away jumper, missed. Rebound taken down Vandernap, missed it. Got it again.
Stay with it. Nope. Just couldn't finish.
61-52. Here's a three.
Johnson and fouled by Davis.
On a three-point shot.
Like to see that one again.
So this could go from 9-6. You got to fly by.
There wasn't much there. He may have got him on the hand a little bit, but it seems like anymore if you touch a shooter at all,
you got to fly by. He flew right at him.
Yeah, but he didn't go. It wasn't with the body. He got him at the top, and Johnson sold it from there.
3 free throws here. 8:34. Made it the first one. 8-point lead.
We talked about the free throws in the first half. They were 1 of 3. George Mason already 12 of 14 in the second half.
In and out. So the best they could do is make it a 7-point game with 8:34 to play. The Braves have got to try to get their offensive flow back.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't been there for a while. So, third free throw is good.
And it's going to have to be guys that don't normally do it because Duke Dean on the bench, Darius Hannah in the locker room with the knee injury. Where does the scoring come from? Who's the guy that's going to have to step up?
Well, Christian Davis is about the best shot
he
got.
is the best shot we got. Demarion Birch can knock down some shots and has already. And those guys that have done it, Demarion Birch and Corey Thomas, may have to be a big part of it here as well.
Birch with it. Brings it to the left. Shot clock reads 14, now 13. He's going to drive to the basket. His follow-away jumper is short. Rebound taken down and a foul.
They're going to get Billups. Again, Corey Thomas with the rebound. Tough shots by Bradley the last couple times. both of them fadeaway jumpers from about 15 feet with defense in the face, but there Corey Thomas gets a rebound, but only the third foul for George Mason.
Inbound baseline right. With it is Vandernap. Now Birch.
They're going to get moving screen on O'Connor. It feels like they're trying to equal out the foul calls right now because it seems like there's a lot of ticky-tack fouls being called.
Is that 4?
That would be the 4th.
Inbound sideline left. 8:08 to play. We're coming up on the 8-minute timeout. You got to figure that Duke would be coming back in.
Well, he's probably going to come in at the 8-minute break or after the 8-minute break.
Corey Thomas at the high post. Gives it to Birch. Is he going to go to the basket? He is. Stops. Gets it back out. Johnson. Now, Thomas, 3. Missed it.
Yeah, I think Birch should have actually taken that shot in the lane. I don't think he realized how open he'd gotten himself.
Bradley had an 18-point lead. Going in, shot is blocked.
Oh, that's off of Yes,
off of Anderson on the block by Christian Davis.
Good defense there by Davis.
And here's a time, 7:32 to play. Possession arrow belongs to Bradley, by the way. Bradley 61, George Mason 54. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
At Busey Wealth Management, we're proud to partner with individuals, families, and foundations, ensuring possibilities become achievements. From preserving and enhancing your assets to securing your legacy for future generations, we're focused on your success. UC Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868, member FDIC.
I'm Jim Shear. At Shear Mazda and Shear Volvo, we're fans. We're fans of Peoria and Bradley University, and we have been since 1957. It's that loyalty to our community that gives you a peace of mind to team up with Shear Automotive the next time you're in the market for a vehicle. Truth be told, we're big fans of you, which is probably why Shear dealerships rank among the very best in the nation in customer satisfaction. No matter what, let's all join together to cheer on Peoria and Bradley basketball. From all of us at Shear, go Braves!
Alexander's Steakhouse has been Central Illinois' favorite steakhouse for over 42 years. Every day, their in-house butchers hand-cut USDA aged choice beef into your favorite steak choice. Alexander's Salad Bar, the drink selections, famous skillet cookie dessert, and the friendly staff all contribute to making Alexander's Steakhouse the choice when dining out. Don't forget that if you celebrate your birthday at Alexander's, you can get up to $20 off your meal. Alexander's Steakhouse, Peoria and Normal.
No matter where you are, you can stay connected with the WMBD Radio mobile app and WMBDradio.com.
Well, the Braves have possession. The last basket they got was on that desperation shot put by Christian Davis.
Yeah, they've gone scoreless here for the last 2:40. They're somehow holding on. I mean, they're 7 points up. He hit that 3-point shot to put it out to 10, but then from there, where does the scoring come from? That's the question. Obviously, with Darius Hannah back in the locker room, but Duke Dean just has not been able to find his shot. Only 6 points, 2 of 11 from the field, 2 of 9 from 3-point range. You're going to have to find it from places you're not used to seeing it. Christian Davis has provided a monumental effort, 19 points. Corey Thomas, 14. Demarion Birch, 9. Those are your 3 leading scorers. Those are the guys that are going to have to step up unless Duke Dean can find it here in the last 7.5 minutes.
Corey Thomas is career high 16, so he's 2 away from that.
He's got a double-double right now with 14 points, 10 rebounds.
7:32 to play. Only 4 team fouls for George Mason, and they are shooting 2 shots the rest of the way, which means they can
put
score
their
with a shot
head
clock.
down and drive, and which we've seen a lot of against Bradley this year, where teams will do that in the second half if things aren't working for their regular offense. Honestly, it's not just a Bradley thing; it's an offense in general. If you're not hitting from 3, put your head down and try and create opportunities at the free throw line.
They're showing the band on the scoreboard. They have violins
saxophones. I mean,
they have singers.
Yeah,
I mean, it is a show to watch their band.
If there's a better band in the country, I don't know who it is. All right, Duke is inbounding. He's in along with Connor Dillon and Birch. So we got a small lineup in there.
Oh, he walked.
And here's Birch with it across the timeline. Braves lead 61-54. They're playing with a kind of a small team. Corey Thomas is at the high post, and he has it now. Looks at the pass, looked at Duke. Now give it to him with 11-10 on the shot clock. Now 9. Now 8. Birch with 7. Now with 6. Drives with 5. Puts up the shot, missed it.
Yeah.
Not close.
He got there, just didn't finish.
And here comes on the move.
And Duke gets backdoored by Anderson.
And it's a 5-point game.
It's the first time we've seen him in here in the second half since he had that ankle injury.
Give to Duke Dean. The lead is down to 5. It was 18. Braves have not scored many points since. Here's Christian Davis. Connor Dillon. Davis. 13, 12, 11. Dillon goes down. And he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Well, we've seen teams do it to Bradley. Bradley does it here. Not being effective from the outside.
There's a back cut
by Anderson. Good find by Haynes on the back door. But seen it happen to Bradley so many times, and they do a little bit of their own with Connor Dillon, basically taking to the basket, finding a way to get opportunities at the free throw line.
Left-handed free throw is good. 62-56. 6:28 to play. And who came out as Johnson comes in?
Not sure. Maybe Burt? No. Maybe Birch? Yeah.
Both free throws good. Birch is out. 63-56. Braves up 7. And the clock moves with 6:22 to play. O'Connor, who's back in. With the Braves in the zone.
Goes back to zone, yeah.
Watch the 3.
Yeah, you got to find Maddox, got to find Anderson. There's Maddox.
His 3 bounces no good. Rebound is up. The foul, or it's out of bounds.
Lucky there. Haynes felt like he got fouled. I don't think he did. Thomas did a nice job just putting the hands up. But they're saying that Thomas got a piece of the ball.
6:08 to go. 7-point lead for the Braves. This would be great if they could get a stop. Count is 2. Count is 3. Count is 4. And the inbounds pass is made. And there's Haynes.
Oh, that's a charge. Good call.
Pushed off on Corey Thomas.
And Haynes is upset because he feels like he's getting fouled, but he just dips his shoulder. But I got to be careful here.
That's 16 fouls.
There's no question. He dips the shoulder, and there was really no need for it. Good job by Corey Thomas.
Yeah, it was. So cause the turnover. See if the Braves can capitalize. This would be a big make. Duke Dean gives to Johnson. He'll come across the timeline. Less than 6 minutes now. Johnson. Duke Dean in the corner to the wing on the left. Now it's Christian Davis. Calls for Johnson. 12-11 on the shot clock. Gets a ball screen. Now with 8. Now with 7. Here's Connor Dillon. His jumper from the corner right. Missed it.
Tough shot.
And back they come. 5.5 to play.
Miss Matt.
Here's Maddox inside. Into the corner is Johnson. Stops. Lean in shot good.
And Johnson has really been a different player for them in the second half. He now is up to 14 points for him.
5-point game. Come on, Duke. 5:10 to go. 5-point game. Bradley 6 points away from the magic number. Here's Christian Davis between the rings, and there's a hold.
Call a foul on Maddox, and there's some of the fouls that they're calling right now, there's just not a lot of contact.
That's one in bonus.
That's the way it was for Bradley early in the half. It's like, what's going on? But now the last couple, you feel the same way for George Mason.
5:01. This will be a 1-1 for Corey Thomas.
You can even see Maddox is like, I don't even know what I did.
Duke is out. Free throw's good. 64-58. Trying to make it a 3-possession lead with 5 minutes to go. That was a big offensive foul the other end. Corey's second free throw is good. Is he coming out? Is Meta coming in?
Gotta think he's coming. Yeah, Corey just came out. Get him on below. He's played about 8 minutes straight, so that's a little longer than he's accustomed to. Get Meta in there. He's still got a foul to give.
Braves
even just for a minute or two, if nothing
7.
else.
Driving to the basket. Stop. Haynes.
And Meta did the right thing. Did not give it up. Now, Meta's not the guy that should be taking the ball out of bounds.
Johnson. They pressure. Almost a push-off.
And Dillon just didn't even recognize.
And he turned it over, knocked it off his leg.
It's like he gave up on the play. I don't know if he thought that Bradley was calling a timeout or what, but just quit playing.
He's coming out. That almost was a push-off on him anyway.
He looked up like the other way, like
and Johnson made the play.
Maybe a whistle had been blown or something.
That's a bad turnover.
Yeah, that was way too casual.
There's a 3-ball out.
Maddox.
Missed it. Put back.
Connor had a point-blank put back and missed it.
65-60 with 4:19 to play. Brian Wardle calls the play once.
He needs to get to the 4-minute timeout.
Here's to Johnson. Duca comes to the right wing. Doesn't get it back. Now he does. 8-7 on the shot clock. Now 6. Needs a ball screen with 5. Now with 4. Duke from way back. Bounces it no good. Corey Thomas tipped it out of bounds.
That was a really difficult shot for Duke Dean. He's got Haynes on him, so he retreats to about 25 feet. He's already struggling from the field, just can't find the range.
65-60, 3:56 to go.
You get to the 4-minute timeout. You got the lead with by 5. Can they hold on?
They just can't get a basket.
Yeah, the offense has kind of stalled out, and George Mason smells blood in the water, so their pressure has just continued to build and build.
Back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
Bank of Farmington, Integrity Community Bank, is located not only in Peoria across from the shops at Grand Prairie on Route 91, but also in Farmington, Canton, Williamsfield, and now they have a brand new drive-up ATM in West Peoria near the City Building. With the latest digital banking products, drive-through lanes, ATM, full loan department, they're large enough to offer all the great services you expect, but small enough to know you by name. Bank of Farmington, community banking at its best. Stop in or visit integritycb.com for more information. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Go Bradley Braves!
Every day we rise so that together we shine. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois understands what it means to shine a light on the helpers, the healers, the ones building a lasting future of wellness for all of us. Together, we're on this journey, empowering Blue Cross members with the newest technologies, fulfilling our oldest promise, to be forever by your side, rising together toward a healthier tomorrow through it all.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 34 has been serving their members, contractors, and customers for over 120 years. IBEW Local 34 proudly serves in the communities of Peoria, Galesburg, and Quincy, while representing over 1,000 industrial, commercial, residential electricians and communication technicians, working together to see that the highest standards of craftsmanship and safety are maintained, and that their customers receive the best value in the electrical industry. Visit IBEW34.org today, a proud supporter of Bradley Athletics.
Stay ahead of the curve with news that matters to you at 1470 and 100.3 WMBD.
We have 3:56 to go, and Bradley's lead is 65-60. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball from Learfield.
1470 and 100.3 WMBD and 93.3 WPBG HD4 Peoria.
I marked it down where at the 10:42 mark, Bradley had 61 points. That was right about the time that Darius Hannah and the timeout occurred. Obviously, Darius Hannah happened after that, but since that time, Bradley's only scored 4 minutes in the last 6 minutes. 6.5 minutes. And that's the question is now with Hannah out, Dean not playing well, not scoring, can you find enough offense to survive?
Magic number 69.
The good thing for Bradley is we're one of our last 9, but George Mason is one of their last 6. So really, this is the grinded out feel that we felt like we were going to get the entire game. This last 5 or 10 minutes, we've finally gotten it.
Well, we're going to have to make free throws to win this.
You're going to have to make free throws, and you're going to have to rely heavily on your defense.
And they have an inbound coming up here. 3-ball makes it a 2-point game.
And
see if the Braves can get a stop or a turnover here. See what they run out of timeout. Backdoor layup, good.
Basically, that's out of the huddle.
Here's Johnson with it across the timeline. Gives it to Duke Dean. 65-62.
One possession game.
And the Braves have to score here. With it is Johnson. He's going to go inside. Lost it. Turned it over. Picked it up. And it's a steal. Another turnover, and here they come. All the way down. Layup is up and missed. And this time it's missed. And it's taken down.
And it's Thomas again.
Thomas.
He's the one that's basically creating the challenges at Haynes, and he's not finishing at the rim.
3 minutes to go. It's a one-possession game. Johnson with it out near the timeline. 13 seconds to go. Here's Duke Dean with it. He backs up.
George Mason is basically switching everything again.
6 seconds. 5, 4, 3. Duke's 3 is up.
Good!
Say hallelujah! 68-62.
Needed that badly.
Braves are up 6. 2 possessions, full possession leads. See if they can get a stop here. With the basketball is Johnson. Up in front. No threes. There's Maddox. There's Johnson. 10-9 on the shot clock. Now 8. They look at Haynes. He's going to fire a drop-down pass.
And Birch, I think, got him from behind, just tripped over his foot. But really not the wrong guy to foul. He's only a 61% free throw shooter.
Well, Duke finally picked a time to hit a big three-point shot.
He did.
They went back door and got the layup.
Yeah, out of the timeout. Really nice, good, well-designed play by Skin.
And there's Duke's 3 with 1 on the shot clock.
1 on the shot clock. Huge.
So this will be 2 free throws with 2:11 to go. Haynes is 4 of 7 from the free throw line in double figures, 10. First one's pushed off.
We said it, 61%. Now he'll probably hit this one. But still, that helps.
Here comes Meta with 4 fouls. 2:11 to play. Bradley has 1 timeout, a full. George Mason has a full and a 30.
Bringing Meta in on offense makes me feel like they're going to try and run some screen and roll action to the basket.
Second free throw is good. 5-point lead, 2:11 to play.
But understand, George Mason's is going to bring a lot of pressure here.
Christian Davis gives to Johnson. 2:05, 2:04, 2:03. Bradley up 5.
Thomas at the 4-man now.
Directing traffic is Johnson. Gives to Meta. Wants a ball screen for Christian Davis. 9-8 on the shot clock and turned it over.
And they got numbers. And Haynes missed it again.
And he's down on the floor.
And I'm not.
Got a 5-on-4 break. 1:37 to go. They're going 5-on-4. There's Meta. Drop down pass. It's Thomas. Layup is good.
Fouled!
They came down and got a 5-on-4 break.
Well, and wisely, Bradley didn't pull it out. They kept attacking because as soon as they pull it out, they're going to call timeout to check the injury. I don't know if Haynes got hit or if he just opened, and then Haynes comes flying in and then fouled by Billups from behind. I don't know if Haynes was upset, felt like he got fouled. I don't know if he's upset because he missed the lip. He's missed multiple layups.
The magic number. Free throws up and good. It's an 8-point lead with 91 seconds to go.
And a new career high for Corey Thomas. 18 points.
18 points.
19 points.
Still got to play. It's 90 seconds to go.
A lot of time.
It's an 8-point lead.
A lot of time.
And they pick it up in the backcourt. With it is Johnson. He's working against Johnson. Johnson and Johnson. He's going all the way to the basket. Influenced by Meta. Did Mito foul out?
He did. He's out of the game.
With 1:21 to play.
It's KD Johnson attacking the basket. He's been the difference for George Mason in the second half. Don't know how. I'd like to see a replay, see how much contact there was. Johnson's selling it, obviously.
Johnson's 72%. Now who comes in?
I don't know. Birch?
Birch.
So basically you go to a 4-guard lineup?
Yep.
And partially just because you have better ball handlers and you also have better free throw shooters for the most part on the floor. That being said, we've talked about Jaquan Johnson, who struggled. So Bradley's going to have to probably close this out
at the free throw line.
At the free throw line.
It depends on how much they have watched the game tapes.
Well, I guarantee someone has seen the box score.
Yep. 1:21 to play. They've missed some free throws here.
They have.
And here's Johnson, who's 72%. Free throws up and rimming in. Oh, almost came off. 7-point game. It'll be a 2-possession game. No matter if he makes his second one. Get the rebound. Made them both. Christian Davis will inbound.
Got to be strong with the ball here this last minute and a half.
Braves break pressure. Duke Dean with it across the timeline. Corey Thomas
pulls it
back out.
Time is not there. Is not George Mason's friend.
19-18 on the shot clock. Johnson with it with 17. Now 16. Still on the dribble, waiting for a ball screen up way high. Johnson gives it to Birch. 5 on the shot clock, 4 on the shot clock, 3 on the shot clock. Here's Johnson, puts it up, no good, rebound.
Corey Thomas! Did he get it off in time is the question. Holy cow.
He got a rebound goal.
He put it up. I don't know if he recognized it or if it was because he was right at the rim, but even the fact that it was close.
59.6. This is a huge call. 59.6. Bradley's either going to lead 73-65. Here, let's see it.
It's off. Yeah, it's good.
It'll count.
Wow. Unbelievable.
You can see the clock.
I mean, for the most part, not even just to do it, but to know that he has to get it up there. Your first instinct is to bring that down and go back up, but he smartly recognized that the shot clock was running out, and puts it in.
It's going to count.
It absolutely should count.
73-65, 8-point lead with 50.1 to go. Corey Thomas has played the game of his life.
21 points, 11 rebounds.
And now with Darius likely done, here's the inbounds pass with 50 seconds, and they're going to be scooting. With it is O'Connor across the timeline. Going to drive right to the basket, stop, flip it up, and got it in. 6-point lead with 1.5. And Duke is in the backcourt. They can foul him if they want. They're going to foul Christian Davis, and that's okay, too.
They're trying to extend the game now.
I see Vandernap getting off the bench.
Wise there by Duke Dean. Didn't get trapped in the corner as they started to bring pressure to the corner. Finds Christian Davis making the cut to attack the press. Your two best free throw shooters right there.
Christian is... they have him 70%. He's better than that.
Yeah, he's in the 80s.
Made the first one. That is a 3-possession game. 36.8 away from the quarterfinals.
And another potential home game.
Second free throw is good. 75-67. 34-33. O'Connor across the timeline. They're going to take a three from deep corner left. Missed. Rebound taken down by
That's it right
the
there.
Braves. And Johnson.
They just called off pressure. It's over.
The Braves are going to move on to the quarterfinals. They are going to win their 28th game of the year. They're going to be 28-10. What a game. They've handed George Mason their second loss at home all year long. Corey Thomas, this game's for you. Final, 75 Bradley, 67 George Mason. The Braves move on to the quarterfinals. They're one win away from going to Indianapolis. And it likely will be a home game next time around. The Braves are now the highest seeded team left in the bracket.
In our bracket. Chattanooga beat Dayton today handily, which was interesting because they played at Chattanooga even though Dayton was the higher seed. So Bradley will face Chattanooga.
Probably at Carver Arena.
Hopefully at Carver Arena. You just never know how these things play out. The farm show's there right now. I don't know how this is going to play.
The magic number strikes again.
Gotta love it.
The Bradley Braves win. We will be talking eventually with Brian Wardle as the Braves win it on an unbelievable performance by Corey Thomas. If you would have said before the game that Corey Thomas is going to be the one that wins this game for the Bradley Braves, you'd say, what happened to the other guys?
Well, he hadn't sniffed the floor that much because he'd been playing. I mean, he'd been struggling.
Yeah.
The thing about Corey is so interesting. You talk to anyone that goes to Bradley practice, the kid cares so much, almost too much.
He talks
because
all the time.
There's times where he gets in his own head because he cares so much. I'm just glad that he was able to find it today and just play freely. He just looked like he was playing free, loose. And I think the big thing is, it's always interesting as a player when you see the first shot go in. He hits that first shot early in the half, and it just feels like, that one's off my shoulder. Now I can go play. And that's kind of the way it was. He ends up with 21 points, 11 rebounds, a career high on scoring. I don't know on rebounds, but ends up with a double-double, a career day for Bradley at one of the most important times of the season.
His tip-in that beat the clock actually ensured the Braves are going to win this game.
Well, and again, your natural thought is to bring the ball down because that's what you do as a big man. He's literally, if you watch the replay again, he's coming down after he gets the ball like he's going to come down and go right back up. But he obviously recognized that the shot clock was about to go off and pushes it up and gets the bucket, and that's huge because it pushed it out to 3 possessions. Unbelievable.
This is a day I'll never forget. Believe me.
It's one for the record books.
It is. Well,